Listen, I've said this before, and I'll say it again, probably many, many times. But you should never feel like progress is a straight line, or has to be a straight line. It can be a straight line, but it's usually not. Sometimes you improve by leaps and bounds, and sometimes you plateau for a bit, and that's okay. Sometimes you backslide, and that's okay too. Um, most of us are human. I'm technically not, but it's okay. Um, I understand how humans can be, and they say to err is human, so it's okay. Alright, we're gonna continue. Alright, what am I doing? Alright, okay, I gotta be ready for this. Brand new event. I hereby call this meeting to order. They never give you time on these. Meetings gathered here in the sight of the goddess to pass fair and frank judgment. Who's Frank? The purpose of this hearing is to assess the professional competency of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Oh, that's a tall building. Are you? Why are you wearing that raincoat? Oh no, Kay! No! Ah, no, Kay! I like her. Did Kay die? I finished typing out stupid text. Can you please stop pacing, Detective? You're kicking up dust. I swept the floor 3 times already. Let's sweep it a 4th. You're gonna take your badge, Mr. Edgeworth. How could you stand there cool as a cucumber? I thought you were worried about Kay being in the hospital or dead or whatever. We don't know for certain that they will. Well, it sure seems like they mean to. Well, they've been threatening that for 3 episodes. I actually like this tea better without lemon. That's okay. Judge Gavel pretty much spelled it out. So you're proving to be quite the threat to the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. As such, you give me little choice but to report back on your continued transgressions. No doubt you'll be called to appear before the committee in due course. So I'll be called to appear before the committee, nothing more. Yeah, you can't assume stuff. Well, I don't care. I will stand for it. Hope we never get to work together again. I thought you would welcome the prospect, Detective. I thought it mean you could work with someone less problematic. Don't say that, sir. I've never heard anyone except that stupid committee say you're problematic. You're not just looking for an excuse, are you? To become a defense attorney, I mean? Because I won't let you. You're Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth. Prosecutor, you hear? No defense attorney, huh? Circumstances of my father's death set me on the path to becoming a prosecutor. I'd only been interested in the law to begin with, thanks to my father as well. And his work as a defense attorney. Are you going to keep fighting crime as a prosecutor? Or help people as an attorney? Someone tells me you've got a big decision ahead of you, one all you can answer. You listening, Mr. Edgeworth? I said I won't let you do this. Lady Detective, there's no need to be so dramatic. No, this next prosecutor you work with might be a little more lenient with your salary assessments. Oh, really? So, no more instant noodles? I mean, no, what are you saying, sir? I don't care about any of that stuff. You thought about it, didn't you? It's only for a moment. I'm gonna tell okay. I'm gonna tell you a little bit of a story. I read the story a long time ago. I'm not gonna go into any details on the story because, the story's actually not appropriate for stream, but I'm just gonna tell you a little bit. So, basically, a person who had always felt weak and powerless stumbled into or was given a gift that made them everything they wanted to be. They were strong, they were attractive, and, they were and they found people. They found partners. So they had love, they had strength, they had attraction, and they felt happy, happier they'd ever been. But then the people they loved were captured because the person that gave them the gift was taking it back. And they had to make a choice because of how strong they had become, the person that gave them the gift could not take it by force. And so the person had a choice. They can move on and leave the people they loved there to die. And they could maybe find new people to love, but continue living, strong, powerful, attractive, easily able to find new people if they wanted. And they hesitated. They stood there, staring at the people they loved for several seconds. Maybe even a minute. I don't remember exactly, but they stood there, thinking it over. And then they gave it up. They gave up everything they wanted. And because of that action, they felt, because not the giving it up, but the hesitation. It wasn't much of a story, T-Born. Very short. Because of that hesitation, they felt basically okay, I'll go back to T-Born. Somebody's given a gift, they gave them everything they wanted, and then they had to make a choice to give it all up, and now you're caught up. That was the whole thing. And so they thought, because they hesitated, that they would never be forgiven, because they thought about leaving their loved ones to die. And so they were kind of depressed about that, oh, I'm such a crappy person, a real hero, or someone that cared would have instantly given it up. No, it's not opening story. I mean, it could be. I don't know. That's not the story I'm telling. It's a bit of an adult story, so I'm not going into any details. And so, and one of their loved ones was injured, and one of them was not injured, and so only one of them knew that they hesitated for so long. And so while they're recovering, because they were injured very badly in giving up the power, the one that had been unconscious, nursed them back to health, and the one that was conscious never came to visit them. But then one day, the person that saw the whole thing came to visit them, and the main character, they'd been dreading this because, what are they gonna say? Like, they're gonna hate me because they know, they're the only ones that know I hesitate for so much. And so, the guy sat down and said, listen, I know what you gave up for us. And I know you think you're evil or something. But in the end, it's easy to make a knee-jerk reaction. Oh, I must do this without thinking about it. You actually thought about it and acknowledged that you were going to give up this power and very likely die for us. And that's why we still care about you. So it's okay to stop and think about stuff, even serious stuff, and maybe even more importantly, the serious stuff. Just because you're weighing your options doesn't mean you're any less of a person. So, I don't know. I got off track. That one line just kind of caught me off guard. I've been in a weird mood all week. Random Fox. We have... Is this Miko Mix Fox? Yeah. We're busy in here. Come back later. Hey there, is the prosecutor in? Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth? Pixels! How's it going? I saw you earlier. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. Look, pal, what part of we're busy don't you get? Right outside, and I'll be with you in a bit. Well, that's not good. Your face is red as a tomato. It really isn't. Red face, gritted teeth. Let's see. I said we're busy. I said stomach cramps, right? Don't you worry, it's nothing an injection can't cure. Now roll proceed for me, it won't hurt much. Oh, nice! I haven't been on, unfortunately, in RuneScape in a while. I'll try to play some tomorrow. My boss is out for the rest of the week, and I have, like, no work to do. It's very disappointing. It's kind of nice, but next week I'll make up for it, because next week, all my work is. Eek, no thanks, pal. I'm healthy as can be. Oh, by the way, Monday is a holiday. You guys know what that means. I tend to start streaming a little bit earlier on holidays. The Shaman Mask, very nice. So we will be... streaming Monday will be a little bit early. Probably like, what, an hour early is what I normally do. We'll see how we feel. Eek, no thanks, pal. As healthy as can be. And who might you be? That's Nurse Ratchet. Oh, sorry. I forgot to introduce myself, huh? Ain't you? Needler. Florence Needler. The injection-happy nurse. Florence, after Florence Nightingale, obviously, the most famous nurse of all time. Needler because she likes poking people. I'm a nurse at Hurts Hospital. Of course she is. Nobody here is hurt, so are you sure you have the right room? Yeah, you're Prosecutor Edgeworth, right? Oh, there's some deep furrows in your brow. Are you feeling alright? Suffering from a severe headache? I'll give you an injection that'll... I'll be fine, thank you. Could you please just tell us what you're doing here? Oh, sure. Well, it's like this. I brought somebody to see you. They're right there. I'll go grab her. Well, wait. Me either, Treeborn, but that's probably because I've never played this case before. Too late. I wonder who she brought along. She's here from a hospital. Maybe it's a patient. So when you cut down to size with your trademark, vape your wit? What exactly is that supposed to mean? See that right there, sir? When you glare at me like that, I lose the will to live. You don't want to send me to the hospital, do you? So surely he's exaggerating. After all, that's the look I always give him. That's what I just said. Silly Treeborn, I just said that. I always give him nothing happened so far. After all that look I always give him, and there's nothing happened so far. You're just gonna confuse me. Just gonna keep fellas waiting. Well, thoughts? Is that Kay? Thoughts of what? You don't recognize me. There's something about her. Something familiar. This had your name on it. So I thought just maybe... So you really did put something in the hospital. Don't be ridiculous, detective. Look, sir, your name's right there on the card. Old Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth. Please stay. Nerve, be that as it may. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. What I'm trying to say is, she has amnesia. Amnesia? Yes, at least that's what they tell me. Sigh, her parents must be so worried about her. But they've only been getting around 8 hours of sleep each night. You gotta feel for them. Right, when was the last time anybody slept 8 hours? Do I, though? Because that's quite a lot of sleep, if you ask me. Oh, tough break. Don't you worry, alright? She had this card, that means you really must know Mr. Edgeworth somehow. Just sit back and we'll take it from here. Right, sir? Or at least she might be able to help you figure out your identity. Really? Will you? It's going to come down to what you remember. But yes. Now that's the Mr. Edgeworth I know. Don't worry, miss. You're as good as healed. Let's not get carried away here, detective. I'm a prosecutor, remember? Not a miracle worker. Who are you? Where do I even start? Does she remember your name is? Obviously not. I'm sorry. She didn't like this since she came in yesterday. So she's only been in the hospital for a day. Wait, that's amazing. How'd you figure it out so fast? Moving right along. How can one person be so emotionally draining? I found her wandering around late last night and found her in. I wanted to help her out, so I went through her stuff to see what I could find. Did you find anything apart from my business card? There's her name on it, her home address. Oh, wait a second. She's wearing this. It's a pretty unique design, right? I gotta sneeze again. Well, this pin. What the heck? That Yatagarasu pin. Does that mean? But it can't be. Kay, is it really you? Kay. It's you, isn't it, Kay? I'm Kay. Come on, Kay. You really don't remember? Oh, by the way, there was a movie. I don't think I've ever actually seen it. Or maybe I have, but like on cable. My parents were watching. I didn't care. There was a movie that aged really, really poorly. Where basically this woman had amnesia. And this guy went and pretended to be her husband. And took her home with him because he's like, oh, that's my wife. And it was really convoluted and kind of really icky. Like, you know, you really get the ick watching that. Yeah. And he basically took her home and treated her like a slave for a little bit. Okay, you really don't remember? Well, it's me, Gummy. That's what you always call me. Gummy. You're an adult. That's so rude. I don't really call you that, do I? I'm so sorry. I can't believe it. I feel so guilty now. Huh? What the heck happened to you? I've never seen you so polite. Being polite and sensitive is just not... Where's Kay? I know. You're nothing like her. Gumshoe? Shut up. Careful, detective. We wouldn't want her to get the wrong impression. Make it sound as if Kay isn't normally a polite or sensitive soul. Not that he's wrong exactly, but... So what kind of person was I before? Well, first of all, your full name is Kay Faraday. You're bright and fun and full of energy, and oh yeah, you're a great thief. A great thief. There's a little more to it than that, but yes. Thieves generally steal other people's valuables from their dresses or belts, and... Steal, but that must be so awful for the people I took things from. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know I was a criminal. Maybe also a memory of some sort of punishment. No, that's not what I meant at all. I don't think that did her much good, sir. It sure explains one thing. Look at those gloves. They're just the kind of person like that would wear. Hey, that outfit. This is what she was wearing when they found her. We had to get her to change out of it and put on the hospital clothes, so that's why I have them. There's something on this part over here. There's something to do with how Kay lost her memory? Send outfit over to forensics later and see what they can figure out. Please do, detective. There really are some thievy clothes, huh? Not really. I'm a criminal. Maybe a great thief, but you never had committed a crime in your life. Rest assured, you're no criminal. You say so. Perhaps we better leave it there for now. I didn't realize her hair was that long. I'm sorry, I wish I could remember who you are. It's crazy. I forget myself sometimes when I keep my hair up. I forget how long my hair is. It doesn't help that my hair tends to have a wave to it. Like, very wavy. And so, like, when it gets wet, it goes from, like, shoulder, like, here, to, like, boom. It's not quite that wavy. Although right now, the parts up here are, like, curling backwards. So it's like, woo. Because it got so used to being, like, down, when I got a cut, they just went like, woo. There's no weight holding it down. I wish I could remember who you are. How do we know each other exactly? Ah, there's Nat! Get away, Nat! Shoo! Shoo! Go! Go away, Nat. I think he's gone. Oh, that is, how do I put it into words? You're Prosecutor Edgeworth's assistant. I am? So Prosecutor is the head of some sort of great thief network then. No, not quite. Amnesia is an interesting thing. An interesting phenomenon. Because it's amazing, like, you generally, like, general knowledge sticks around. Like, you might know who the president is, you might know, you know, where, you know, you might be able to name all 50 states, but you can't remember, you know, your name. No, not quite. We last saw Kay 2 days ago. Perhaps we should try to figure out what she's been doing since then. Was the pin the item on her person when you received her nurse needler? There are a few other things, but I doubt any of it will be of much use to you. I'll be the judge of that. Could you please show them to us? Well, alright then. In no particular order, I present a Jammin' Ninja mask. Was she at a show or something? Oh, a letter and stress to Kay. How is that letter not helping? The guy shown television known as an 8-second man. Next, take a step, and finally, a fake flower. The kind of people like to spruce up their bathrooms with too. It's a corsage detective, and they're usually worn by women. Yeah, that's always rough. They made a movie about that too. And in the movie, like, some woman, she thought that her husband loved her enough that he could overcome his memory loss. And so she took a medicine for, like, I don't know, diabetes or something. And she took it at the same time every day. And so she'd have her husband give her the shot. And so basically she got her medicine, and then she went back and set the time back 5 minutes. And it's like, oh, it's time for medicine again, just so he, like, just snap him out of it, so he would, you know, realize, oh, you know, I just gave her the medicine. And he ended up giving her the medicine 3 times, and she died. And he felt so awful because he killed her, but he had no idea. And honestly, that's really how, I think that's kind of suicide at that point. Hey, let's see how fast I can get demonetized on YouTube. Of course, I detected they're usually one of my women. And that's that. So, anything useful in there? Kind of hard to tell. Frankly, I'm not really seeing a connection between any of them. Let's take a close look at each piece later when I have the chance. The big building. Oh, this is bad. How do we get Kay's memory back? Can't just let her stay like this forever. Calm down, detective. I have an idea. You do? I need to come to the rescue, sir. So what is it? Look closely at the ticket stub. What's the viewing platform on top of the big building? The big building. You know the place? Everyone knows it's silly. It's the hottest date spot in town. They say that if a couple holds hands while they're up there, they'll stay together forever. Hee hee. It's yesterday's date, and the ticket was only valid on the date specified. Plus, it's a stub. Means you used it, right? I think it's a distinct possibility. Well, shall we go see what we can find? Now, just like that? One way to figure out how Kay lost her memory is to retrace her steps. But what about your thing with the committee? It's not for a little while yet. We have time. Great, so can I leave Kay with you? That would be for the best, but you don't mind, do you, okay? Oh, of course not. Thank you. Alright then, back to work I go. If you need anything, feel free to give me a holler at Hertz Hospital, okay? So yeah, let's just leave the young teenage girl with no memory with 2 adult men that she does not recognize. Brilliant. I'm feeling safer already. Oh, I guess one is a policeman, so. Although policemen, I probably shouldn't say that. Can come running with a syringe or 3, wherever you might happen to be. Yes, thank you. That will be needing that particular service. Not a detective. Shall we get going? You too, Kay. Yes, sir. Yes, of course. I was gonna say some policemen are not good people. So according to this pamphlet, the big building 50 stories high. It's all offices inside, so the viewing platform up top is the only part that's open to the public. Okay, this one's for you, sir. They were handing them out for free in the ticket area. How very kind of you, detective. Alright, I think it's time we headed inside. Look out, big building. It's about to fall. What? Gotta do something. Please, I'm begging you. Stop. Alright, it's no good. Without fresh milk, my thoughts just aren't getting through to him. Does that make sense to anybody? What's happening here? What's going on with this building? Just stay calm and talk to me, kid. Cut, 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 cut. Oh. I'm so sorry. We're shooting a movie. So could you, Ah, yes. I thought as much. Your intrusion. We'll get out of your way. Detective. Sorry. Behind me there for a second. Yeah, whatevs. Hey, director guy. Can we take 5? I can't work under these conditions. I'm so sorry. Sorry. Oh, gosh. You stopped the building from falling down? That's good. Wish we had time to explain, but maybe later. Come along, you two. Let's make ourselves scarce. Got a pretty tree over here. We got the nice flowers. We got some, I believe those are griffins. I thought griffins had lion bodies. These have more bird-like talons. There's an angel up there. A Pegasus? Whoa, get a load of that view. Feel the sun on your face. Big. The wind is very strong up here. Oh, I was out in I was walking and the wind started blowing so hard that, like, it felt like I was wearing nothing because my clothing was just, like, plastered to me by the wind, and it just felt really weird. The wind's very strong up here. That's okay. You just stand back behind me or Mr. Edgeworth here. We're both more than big enough to keep the breeze away. Well, think for yourself. Yeah, nobody was there. It was just me. I was just going for a walk in the nice sunshine after lunch. I do that after lunch. Okay, does that this place bring you back any memories? I'm not sure. Have I really been here before? Simply encouraging her to talk will help. Okay, please. Any thoughts or feelings that come to mind might be a clue we can use. Alright, I don't know if this will be of any help at all, but... I still can't be sure if I've even been here before. It's so high up and the wind is so strong. It's terrifying. I don't remember. I just don't remember anything. It's no good. I'm so sorry. No dice, huh? I'm sorry, I feel so useless. I'm not supposed to have all these memories, but I just can't remember. Amnesia, Kay. Don't be so hard on yourself. Listen, sir. Maybe I just as once try not to be so intimidating, okay? Or at the very least, don't use your trademark glare on her. How about I ask for your opinion, detective? You know, there's not a lot of illnesses that you can get where you feel guilty for having it. You know, like, okay, maybe alcoholism? Because that's usually self-inflicted. Any smoking-related illnesses, I guess. I'm not even sure if I've even been here before.
Hold it!
Well, this ticket stub says otherwise. But I don't remember. I don't remember coming here at all. I can't even imagine wanting to come here. Yeah, tobacco as well. So high up, the wind is so strong, it's terrifying.
Hold it!
Kay used to love places like this, so. But, am I really her? I feel this is just taking a look around. I don't even think anyone should be allowed up here. Well, if an old person fell, or a child, just bear thinking about. There's fence all around us, and it's plenty high. There's really no need to worry. You say so. I remember, I just don't remember anything.
Hold it!
Nothing's coming to mind, then just take a look around. Do you recognize anything? Anything at all? Oh, let's see. Ah, cherry blossoms. Go on. I was standing under the cherry tree. Yes, I was trying to stay out of the rain. It was raining, I remember now. There's a red something. So it's raining, so it's underneath the cherry tree. She saw something red from where she stood. But what? Oh, was it something I said? No, but if you could add that to your testimony, we can explore it further. Under the cherry tree, I think I saw something red.
Hold it!
There's something red. Can you tell me any more about it? I'm not sure. Just a red thing. That's all I can say. What do we see nearby that's red? Was it the concession stand over there, perhaps? A stand? A red concession stand. Yes, I think that was it. Somebody was walking toward me from beyond it. And then what happened? Then, I'm sorry. That's alright. You could just add what you told me to your testimony. There's someone walking toward me from beyond the concession stand.
Hold it!
The stand in question is the one behind you, correct? That's right. I remember the red color, and the person walking toward me from beyond it. I saw it off under the cherry tree. Tell me something. This person you keep mentioning. Did you not see their face, or did you simply not know who they were? I'm sorry, I'm just not sure. All we had to go on is a person walking toward her from beyond the concession stand. The fact that she saw this from beneath the cherry tree. It's leading? I don't know. It's no good, I'm so sorry.
Hold it!
Doesn't have to be related to how you lost your memory, but if anything floats up at all, just say it. Really? Let's see. Oh, it's cotton candy from that stand there. I don't know why, but it just came to me. If you're hungry, you'll have to say. You want the cotton candy? You got it. My treat. Thank you. It would make my day. I have to get some out of her somehow. I have to send her a little... I can shake something loose. Check you're afraid there's a contradiction in testimony. Wait, why are we contradicting? Is there a contradiction? That I can't remember anything? Still, I just can't see how that piece of evidence is related to anything. Neither can I. I would probably take a close look. Are you okay, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm fine, Kay. You needn't worry about me. We'll get you remember back, I promise. Oh, there's nothing beyond the stand.
Objection!
There's nothing beyond the stand. It's a wall. Say you saw someone over there beyond the stand, and that they were walking towards you. Yes, I can see them getting closer. Are you sure it wasn't a ghost? No, it was a person. I'm sure of it. Where you were standing, anyone who saw on the other side of the concession stand would have to have been floating in midair, 100 feet above the ground. How on earth could it have been a person? There's one of those magicians that can fly. Eek! I'm not lying, I promise. Somebody read the stand. Somebody read, and they were on the other side. They were walking toward me, getting closer and closer. And then they, ah! Okay, what's the matter? You're right, we're here. Whatever it is, it can't hurt you. I was pushed and I fell. By a person in a red raincoat. A person in a red raincoat who could walk on air. Who supposedly pushed her off the building. This makes any sense. At least rich. Nobody could fall from this height and survive. Bum, bum, bum. Is that a trapdoor? Attention everyone, please stay right where you are. What's wrong, officer? I'm Detective Gumshoe. Mind filling me in? Yes, sir. A body has been discovered here in this building, sir. A body? Whose body exactly? Not sure, we're still working on it. What we do know is that the victim is a young woman. Her name is Kay. What? What the blazing? What? What? That's clearly not Kay. Alright, we're fine. We're good. It's not Kay, it's fine. Wait, this room. Officer, isn't this... Yes, sir. This is the trial chamber of the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. So it's here now. I think they moved out of the prosecutor's office. Building, sorry. I had no idea they'd come here. Was that it? Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Eyelash. Eyelash in my eye. Got it. Oh, Miss Edgeworth. And Kay, too. How y'all doing? Is Kay feeling any better? Is that lady like 100? Actually, given how they exaggerate everybody's ages and like 36 is like ancient, like she's probably like 50. How y'all doing? Is Kay feeling any better? I heard there's some kind of incident. Sorry, who might this be? This is my grandma. Hold on one second. Name's Hilda Hertz, Sonny. And who the heck might you be? Pleasure to meet you. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, at your service. Nurse Needler, your grandmother's name, Hertz? Is she... Yep, she's the director of Hertz Hospital. This old folk woman is the head of a hospital. Don't you old fogey me, you dang reprobate. How did she do that? Whoa, sounds like you're kind of a big deal, ma'am. That's not true. Not wrong. Not wrong at all. Oh, him? He's the one looking after the girl. The one with an amnesia. It seems Dr. Hertz is a bit of an introvert. Wait, fix those brow furrows of yours, Sonny? Oh, there's no fixing those, ma'am. They're downright incurable. What? You sure you want me to say that, Grandma? Alright, then. The best part about getting old is having no filter. Now, I don't get a dang thing more to say to none of you. You going about your business, you hear? As long as that business don't involve messing with the deceased body, I got work to do. Wait, please, Not a dang thing, I tell ya. Hey, you can't talk to us like that. What gives you the right, huh, pal? Oh, didn't I mention? Grandma's also a coroner. She's in charge of this case. Which means... Ouch. Who slapped? Did she slap herself with... Like, what just happened? I don't know what's going on. I'm so confused. Which means exactly that. Did she slap herself in the head? I thought the nurse slapped her in the head to, like, get her to be nice. But I don't know what's going on. What do you mean? Exactly what? How am I supposed to know? She said it, not me. She did slap her in the head! Huh? It's like I'm trapped in a comedy routine I can't escape. We got a body to be looking at. Catch you later, gang, and take care. What the heck is their deal? What does it matter? As long as we have permission to investigate. What does it matter? Matters a bunch, sir. What will you do now, Mr. Edgeworth? Examine the scene, of course. Scene the crime, of course. What kind of prosecutor would I be if I didn't? Alright, let's get to work. Let's get down to business. to research the K's. The person over there is called K, right? Sure, that means I can't be the K, you know. That's what we're looking to figure out, but don't worry. It's the K we know. I'm certain of it. Thanks. A K who lost her memory and the victim who shares her name. Both mean their respective fates here at the big building. No doubt this case will be the key to restoring our K's memories. I stake my life on it. Alright, investigation begin! Officer, tell me about the security arrangements for this room. Yes, sir. A special keyword keycard enter, sir. Interesting. So not just anybody can enter. In which case, the person who discovered the body would have been... Yes, sir, a member of the committee. They found it when they arrived for today's hearing. The hearing. My hearing. Which would be underway right now if it wasn't for this. Alright. Well, thanks. Normal semicircle decks with seating for 11. It somewhat reminds me of a certain legend. Another one, sir. That's the, brown table, right? Close enough. Whoops, guess that wasn't it. Noose to the brown table. Knives to the brown table. Brown stable. Further from the mark. But I'll refrain from rubbing his nose in it. For now. That's a lot of books, sir. Kind of intimidating, if you ask me. Intimidating? What could be more welcoming than a good book, detective? I guess it depends. I got the chewing out of my life in the library back in the day for running laps inside of it. This isn't really a library, is it? So maybe I can jog around a little. Work off some of the anxiety. Something tells me that if I don't stop him, he might very well start running around and around. Oh, wrong button. What do we have to connect? Do we have anything worth connecting? Nope. Alright. Look at that blood. Nice. I think the arranged bookshelves are stretching off into the distance. Quite a pleasing sight, don't you think? There is something satisfying about big bookshelves stacked floor to ceiling with books. I find it very satisfying. Sure is. There's not a speck of dust on any of them. Reminds me of my special method for cleaning your office, sir. Sweep and vacuum. Then wipe it all down twice. Then on goes the floor wax, and then you approach your actual job with the same level of vigor. I got a bloodstain here, or maybe ketchup. It's a statue of the goddess of justice. You sure know your stuff, sir. So does she dole out blessings or what? I do love the library. I used to, when I was little, I loved to read so much. I used to go get Nancy Drew and Hardy Boy books, and I'd take them by the stack. You're allowed to check out 20 books. And so we'd go to the library like every 2 weeks or every week or something. I don't know. And I'd always take out 20 books. Stacks and stacks of books. And I'd read them. Because I could read a book really fast. And they weren't long. But I was reading like adult books in middle school, so. I remember we were on a middle school trip. I don't remember where we went. But I know that there was a used bookstore. And while we were at the used bookstore, I saw the latest to the Wheel of Time series. I don't know if you're familiar with that series. And I didn't have it yet, so I'm like, oh, I want to pick this up. And so I picked up that book while on a school field trip. And so I was looking at it, and somebody saw it in my hand, like, oh, my mom's reading that. I'm like, oh, cool. So, yeah. That's a good book series, although I don't know if it ever finished. I never got to the end. The author died, and they were getting somebody to finish the story. I assume they did get somebody to finish the story. I just never picked it up after that. Sister, still blessings or what? She's not the kind of goddess, detective. She's simple as the sanctity of the law. The scales represent justice, the sword, retribution, and the blindfold shows her impartiality. I'm a scout scene and expect anything to catch my attention. That right there catches my attention. There's blood. Cool blood here at the foot of the statue. Judging by the amount and how it spread, I'd say this is where the victim was killed. But the body's on that table behind us, sir. How come? Good question. I can only surmise the killer must have moved it for some reason after committing the murder. Sorry to intrude. I never saw the TV series. Franziska! Hey, Treeborn! Look, it's your girlfriend. You are, oh, what's that, Grandma? I know that voice anywhere. That's Von Karma's little girl. Oh, so you two know each other? It's been too long, Grandma Hurts. Oh, sorry, Treeborn. Did I call you out on that? I'm sorry. You as well, Miles Edgeworth. Well, what's she doing here? Franziska Von Karma. She's the daughter of Manfred Von Karma and a prosecutor like myself. These days, she's mainly been working with Interpol. I thought she was supposed to be abroad. Looks so surprised. Where my investigation led, I follow. No matter where in the world that might be. Which means that there must be some kind of international angle to this case, yes? You know full well that I've been pursuing a certain smuggling ring. And I won't rest until it's been destroyed, and its ill-gotten goods recovered. So the smuggling ring is involved then. That information is to be shared on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. I see she means to be as helpful as ever. Miss Von Karma, was it? Karma wants to tell you something. I'm about done here. Scene's all yours. In that case, we'd like to examine the body ourselves, too, if you wouldn't mind. I mind plenty. I remember where I heard about you now, you dang varmint. Don't need no soon-to-be ex-prosecutor messing the place up. Go on, get. Oh, it is that time again. Right. Just remember it's not me saying this stuff, okay? Fine, fine. We go brush. Yeah, we go brush. I'll be right back, okay? Brushy, brushy, brushy. Right, hit the button and I'll be right back. I'm back. We still got 14 seconds left of the ads. We're gonna go and finish those ads up. Dun, dun, dun. Bushy, 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 bushy tail, 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 tail. Bushy, 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 bushy tail. Alright, we're back. Brushing down. Alright. I just remember stop me saying this stuff, okay? Please, Granny. It's important. What are you calling her Granny, little missy? Eek. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. It's going nowhere. I didn't want to have to do this, but... Francisca, I need you to add us to this investigation. If you have to see that body up closer, we'll never learn the truth about what happened to Kay. As in... Kay Faraday? Please, you gotta help us out here. Kay needs us. They throw a fish at me. I don't know what you're up to, but... Very well. Thank you. You won't regret it. Of course I expect to receive a full explanation when I grill you later. We owe you, sir. Big time. I was talking to you, Scruffy. Ah! Oh, Grandma hurts. Will you allow them to examine the body? I ain't about to say no to an international big shot like yourself, hon. Are you sure about this? Yeah, I agree with Grandma. Are you sure you're sure? Of course I'm sure. It's my prerogative to judge the whole world in my name. That's just common sense. I'll be extremely arrogant sort, perhaps. Suit yourself, but don't say I didn't warn ya. When you hurt her, try not to get fired, okay? Don't worry. It'll take a lot more than this to ruin my reputation should things turn sour. Unlike me, who's on the verge of losing my badge. Wait, I thought we were just began already. Okay, whatever. Look at the body. Well, one thing's for certain. This isn't Kay. She doesn't even look like her. I think we know that already, Detective. Our Kay's standing right over there, after all. Looks to be in her 30s. She's wearing a white suit. Could she be working in one of the offices here in the building? As for now, she remains unidentified. The question is, why did the police seem to think her name was Kay? I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. This catches my attention right here. What is that? This also catches my attention. Let's start with this. This is the corsage. Something pinned to her jacket here. Oh, a piece of magenta fabric. Whatever it was, looks like it was torn off pretty roughly. Oh no. Now we're gonna get Kay accused of murder. She suffered a serious burn to her hand at some point. It had something to do with how she died? No, this car's too old for that. I'd imagine it happened some time ago. So I got the hiccups. She's holding something, Detective. Could you open her hand for me? Yes, sir, right away. What's that? Wait, I know. It's a loyalty card. Probably from a store. Ouch. It's a key card. Ugh, why, sir? Why? The question we should be asking is, what does it open? It's clear that this room. That goes out saying, I think. This book. What the? That's Kay's promise notebook. So she wrote down all the promises she made to her dad. I haven't seen this in a while. Indeed. A book of vows made by a child to her father. What exactly is it doing here? Oh, I just remembered something Detective Bad told me a few years back. He said something precious to Kay had disappeared from the station. What? Evidence was missing from police custody? Like Bad said he looked for it everywhere, but no dice. What does this mean? And why did it turn up here, of all places? You there, what do we know about this notebook, officer? The victim was holding it when they found her, sir. It was the only thing with any kind of name on it, at the time. That's how she became Kay. Talk about a red herring. She doesn't explain how she ended up with it, though. Well, we had a few more leads on the victim's true identity. Must be related to the evidence somehow? Oh, sorry, wrong button. Pure white jacket with a deep red stain on its lapel. This jacket, the buttons are on the wearer's right-hand side. It's a men's jacket. Why is she wearing a men's jacket? That's kind of weird. For those of you who don't know, men's jackets have the buttons on the right side. Women's tend to have the buttons on the left. Or did I get that backwards? Ah, my brain! I think I got it right. Yeah, men's shirts typically have buttons on the right side, women's have them on the left. Yeah, I thought so. I don't know why. Don't ask me why that's the thing. But it's a thing. It makes no sense to me. It's like, okay. I was looking at sunglasses today. Explain to me why sunglasses need a gender. Why do they have men's sunglasses and women's sunglasses? Why? Just have sunglasses. Who cares? I think this is called pointless gendering. That said, I'm getting some cute sunglasses. They're cute. What's so weird about that? Buttons are always going on the right, no? None of women's club. See? I told you! Traditionally, buttons would be on the left. I told you. Told you. Like I always say, sir, you sure know your stuff. This is common knowledge, detective. It is common knowledge. Nothing else seems to miss. Wait, what's this in the pocket? Did we not get a hello there? I didn't hear the hello there. Did you hear it?
Hello there.
Delayed much? That was delayed like 30 seconds. I'm confused. Pair of gloves, also white. They don't seem to be soiled in any way. As they must belong to the victim. Let's look at her face. Victim's hair is caked with blood. Looks like she was hit with something, huh? Of course, it's too early to say for certain. This will turn up as we investigate further. Into the evidence somehow?
Eureka!
Judging by its appearance, I'd say that the flower Kay was carrying originally belonged to the victim. Yeah, I should mention it. It looks like it's made out of the same fabric. Let's make a closer comparison. It doesn't match up exactly. You got one heck of an eye, sir. Now Kay is going to get accused of murder. Flower belonged to the victim. This implies a connection between the victim and Kay, Faraday. Furthermore, it appears that the flower was torn off with considerable force. Kay Faraday is involved in the incident somehow, and based on what we're seeing here, we may have no choice but to treat her as our main suspect. What? There's no way she could have done this. You can begin to imagine it. There isn't a murderous bone in her body. Nevertheless, we lack the evidence to disprove such an assertion. For the moment, we're simply considering all the possibilities. Isn't that right, Miles Edgeworth? Better or worse? Yes. Alright, let's see here. Let's go ahead and make the connection between the keycard and the room security. We're going to slap those together real quick. I imagine the victim's keycard probably grants access to this room, wouldn't you? Let me go find out, sir. I'm back. They found some details on that keycard in the security system. It's for this room, just like you said. So the victim was able to enter and exit this chamber freely. Assuming that the keycard actually belonged to her. Yes. Indeed. So what now? What do we got? Maybe this could be the murder weapon? A 3-armed candelabra. The victim suffered the same number of puncture wounds as his chest. They got stabbed? Oh, it's got like... Oh, that's for putting... You spark the candles on the little thing. That's what those are for. They got stabbed with it. Yeah, that makes sense. What ones that could well have been made by these spikes? Candle. Album? Not quite, detective. A candelabra. A candle holder, in other words. Oh, I gotcha. That reminds me. What's the difference between a candelabra and a candelabra? Is candelabra plural? I paid my electricity bill once for a while back, and I had to live by candlelight for a whole month. Who does that in this day and age? I just paid my electricity bill today. $12. I think that's everything, probably. No, it's not everything. Okay, let's keep looking. What evidence do we have? I can look at this. Base is a very unique shape. Now, if I remove from a desk shelf or something, it'd be immediately obvious what had been standing there. The prongs of each arm were covered in blood. It basically matches that of the wounds on the victim's chest. Is this really the murder weapon? Yes, what is it? Murder in the trial chamber of the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. This is serious. I sneeze again. I try very hard not to sneeze on stream. Like, at least with the mic on. But it does happen sometimes. I did you a favor allowing me to investigate further. I'll be expecting results. And you'll get them. Would I still be here if I didn't think I could deliver? Come think of it. Why were you here in the first place? You didn't know I was summoned before the committee? That's a long story, longer than nighttime, and deeper than the sea. How do I save Mr. Edgeworth the trouble, and I'll tell you myself! Second thought, I don't care why you're here. What's important is that we solve the case in front of us. Agreed? Wholeheartedly. If you were the one who asked in the first place. Sure! What's that saying again? Whip first, think later? You can't make it the other way, just for me? I gotta remember that. Whip first, think later. What are you doing here, Francisca? I thought you were working abroad or something with Interpol. I'd like to know. It's a top secret. I'm gonna try something also. I've been, slowly bumping down the audio a little bit. I bumped down to there. So I bumped down a little bit more. I'm trying to find the perfect balance. Like, where is my voice versus the music right now? Where do you guys feel about it? I don't know, but that's top secret, and I need no obligation to tell you. I thought she'd say as much. Anyway, never mind that. Where's the prosecutor in charge of this case? Not that I know who's been assigned, but I was hoping they'd take care of the legwork for me. Yet they haven't even bothered to show up. What in the world could they be doing? Ouch! I'm not the prosecutor's keeper, sir. It's hardly fair to whip people who don't deserve it, Francisca. We should whip if you don't use it, That's a good, valid point. What goes a whip if you don't use it? Who better use it on than anybody who isn't giving 110%? I don't know who's been assigned yet, either. It's up and down. So it's not the same balance right now. You're saying that I am... Or you mean like the game sometimes is louder than me? But usually it's not? According to the game right here, my voice is significantly louder than the game. Even with all the stuff going on. So, I don't know. The way I talk is up and down? Oh. So I'm not consistent is what you're saying. I'm not consistent in my voice. I should shout at all times. Oh, that's going to bed. That's a fair point. I'm trying to talk louder. It's probably good practice. I tend to be very quiet. Also, I look away sometimes. Like, I'm looking over there, so the microphone is not in front of my face. Microphone's over there. To my left. I mean, I always put the microphone, like, right in front of my face. But then I can't really see the screen. It's really hard to see the screen right now. Oh, wait, I can also do this. Wait, where's the button? Oh, wait, my mic got turned way down. That probably didn't help much. Here, well, I'll just turn it up all the way. I also turned my microphone up all the way. But it's kind of going into the red a little bit at the loud points. Let me know if I peg it out. I don't think we're exactly pegging it out, but who knows. Yeah, I think I must have twisted it when I moved it. But I moved it like 2 weeks ago. Anyway, I mean, I don't know who's been assigned yet either, but I 110% feel for them already. I couldn't help but notice that you seem to be acquainted with Dr. Hertz. How very astute of you, Miles Edgeworth. Yes, I know her. Once upon a time, we... Never mind. She doesn't seem keen to talk about it. Perhaps I better leave it for now. Maybe they were dating. What happened, sir? What happened once upon a time? You can't not tell us now. Ouch! You don't question the lady with the whip. Only a foolish fool foolishly pries in another person's business. Now hold your tongue, Scruffy, or you'll get more than a mere tongue lashing. It's a bit late for that. Spare the whip, spoil the child. A whip in time saves 9. Didn't you go to school, you whipless wonder? Eek! Yes, it seems that leaving it all alone was the right choice after all. Alright. She's got nothing for us. Things gone as they were meant to. I'd be standing at this podium right now. Yeah, I guess so, huh? Glad the hearing got delayed, but I wish it wasn't because someone died. Though it would have been that much harder to investigate had my badge been taken away. Oh, it would have been. The best thing I can do right now for all parties involved is to get to the truth behind this incident. You pesky kids want something? Ahem. There's neither. Could you tell me a little bit more about your relationship with Dr. Hertz? Sure, let's see. Well, I've lived with her since I was little. If I got lost when I was out playing, she'd come looking for me till the sun went down. I fell over and grazed my knee. She watched over me till I found the strength to pick myself up. That's quite the heartwarming tale. Very classic grandmother-grandchild relationship. Once that made me nervous, it's if I stuck a needle in the wrong place, she'd say, "Not there, you bonehead, there!" And then she'd pull it right out and... Ouch. Ouch, I felt that, pal. Can we stop talking about needles now? Okay, so yeah, I can do any kind of nursing thing that I need for Grandma now. So thank you, that was a very thorough answer, indeed. And the story didn't end on a heartwarming note. It's nice they share such a close bond, I suppose. You must be the best coroner in town, Dr. Hertz. But you spot a cause of death in seconds and get it right every time, huh? What do you know about coronering, you big galoot? You don't know the first dang thing. Is that a word? Coronering? That's hard to say. I'm not sure that's a word. Ouch. You'll have to forgive the detective, Dr. Hertz. I'll make sure he learns not to say such presumptuous things. Well, as if I care. You shut your pie hole and listen, Mr. Smarty Pants. Spotting a cause of death correctly in seconds is my bread and butter. Kinda like her. Which is why the one thing that gets my goat worse than anything is folks getting in my danged way. I think that's all she wanted to say. Satisfied? Absolutely. Thank you very much. All I want to do is examine the body for clues. We'll do our best to stay out of your way. It might be because of how serious she takes her work that she reacts so colorfully to us. First Hospital is the finest medical institution in the land. It would have to be with Grandma in charge. How about it? I could use some R&R. You sure do, and you're in luck. We got an empty suite or two with a fancy hot tubs and all right now. Thank you, but as you can see, we're in perfectly fine health. We won't be needing a room in the hospital. Yep, fit as fiddles and strong as axes. That's our motto, right, sir? Maybe yours, detective, but I'd like to think I have a little bit more going for me than that. Doesn't matter. First Hospital welcomes the hale and hearty too. Are healthy? So what? Stay anyway. Campaign is full in swing and going great. Not sick or injured? That's nice. Your room's half the price. That's still very expensive. Nothing on earth could convince me to spend a night in the hospital for pleasure. It's a one-time offer, you know. So how about it? Come stay at the happiest hospital in town. A hot tub does sound pretty good. And half price. This might be too good to miss. It's not, trust me. So, detective? Alright, well, looks like I've got to do something with the body. Let's give it a quick save. Alright, we gotta figure out stuff. Tooth burn. I already did that. Oh wait, hold on. I already did that, okay. Oh wait, we didn't examine that. It doesn't look as if there's anything in the chest pocket. Except this hole right here. I look at how the fabric was torn. I think it was pierced by something sharp. Can't keep your coins in there now. They'd all fall right out. Have you ever heard of a change purse, detective? Sure have, sir. It's another word for pocket, right? I give up. Oh, that was it. We just missed that spot. Seems we're no closer to discovering the identity of our victim. Then am I really Kay? Can you really be sure? Of course we're sure. What are you talking about? So thank you. And that person lying there is someone you may have murdered. That's all we can say for now. There's no way she did it. Isn't that right, sir? Indeed, I don't believe the Kay we know could have done something like this. You're becoming real softy, Miles Edgeworth. Oh, look who it is again. Oh, I know that voice. Oh no, it's him again, isn't it? Yep, there's Wiener. I mean Winner, right? With a wing smile and #1 name in the business is I, Prosecutor Eustace Winner. Please forgive me the intrusion. Step away from that body, Edgeworth. I didn't call for you, and I don't need you. This case is mine. It's what the victim would have wanted. And also, he's like 10 feet away at this point. It's too late. We already looked. You knew the victim? So it really is her. Be not afraid, everyone, for the goddess of justice will guide us to the truth. She sure will now that I'm here. Everything is going to be alright. Whoever did this will live to regret it. I'll show them with eek! Now it's Edgeworth. Who is this imbecile? Well, why am I getting the death glare? I've got nothing to do with him. Wait, are we about to get Hammer versus Whip? Can you imagine if it just turned into a fighting game? Franziska von Kromba, I presume. My apologies, I should have introduced myself sooner. Verity Gavel, at your service. And deceased in this case is Rosie Ringer, attorney at law, and a member of the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. I see. That explains the keycard. So you're the lead prosecutor. Yep, which means this case will be solved in... Aye! You didn't tell me your name yet, little boy. If you want to know my name, all you have to do is... Ow! Stop babbling and tell me. Now. It's Eustace Winner. I think we've established where the balance of power lies in this particular room. Mr. Guy in charge? Here, this is from Grandma. What's this? Oh, it's preliminary findings. Heh heh heh. Looks like it's game over for you, Edgeworth. This isn't a game, Mr. Winner. Alright, that's me done. See you next, Stiff. Yeah, home time. I could murder a bowl of noodles right about now. We're out of here, everybody. Stay healthy. I mean, the old lady could be the murderer. We don't know. Let's see. So this wound on her head is from when she fell or actually died. Eustace? It's the candle holder that killed her, huh? And she died sometime late last night. Well, what now, Gavel? It's very kind of you to share the coordinate findings with everybody, Eustace. But perhaps you should leave it there. We wouldn't want you to strain your voice after all. No, that would be a tragedy. Anyway, that settles it. We need to arrest Kay Faraday. What? What the heck are you talking about? I think Eustace's meaning was very clear. Miss Faraday is the murderer. And though she's dressed differently than usual, this young lady covered in bandages is Miss Faraday herself, correct? You really mean to arrest her here now? If you do, then I'll be forced to object, loudly and forcefully. And if further confirmation were needed, there it is. He was right to call your conduct into question. It was questionable in the extreme. Please, Mr. Edgeworth. Just go. It's fine. Fine? This is anything but fine, Kay. I still don't remember anything. So maybe I did it. Maybe I did do it. Maybe I killed that poor woman, and I just don't remember. God smiles on those who confess their sins. It is her wish that our confessions cleanse us. She applauds your commitment to the cause of justice, as do I. Judge Gavel, Eustace, if you really intend to arrest Kay, could you at least explain your grounds for doing so? I, for one, certainly don't intend to yield, not until I've seen some evidence to support your accusations. Allow me, prepared to be hit with a face full of deductive genius, Edgeworth. Face full of crap, I like it. I call it the human race because somebody has to win it, and that somebody is me. Why do I feel like every line he says makes me feel dumber? Did anybody else get that? I won the race, this race too. I saw it before anybody else did. Kay Faraday's a murderer. No doubt about it. Every single line. She's stuck in the community chamber looking to do some of her trademark great thieving. I mean, nobody but her could have killed Rosie Ringer. Deductive genius. That was a total mess. Detective Gumshoe was saying that, you know it must be bad. I should explain your grounds for arresting Kay, yet you have explained exactly nothing. True, but we haven't seen any proof of her innocence either. I haven't seen any proof of Franziska's innocence. Just saying. If you had to prove everyone innocent, that'd be a very long trial. That's alright, Kay. Mr. Edgeworth will pull off a miracle somehow. You just gotta believe in him. But my deductions aren't acts of divine intervention, you know. Well, Miles Edgeworth, I'd hate for you to disappoint me. But the minute you do, I will be sure to freely let you know. And my rebuttal, you have a stupid face. Well, the human race because somebody has to win it, and that somebody is me.
Hold it.
There are two major flaws to that statement you just made. Flaws in a statement of mine? I don't make mistakes. It's literally impossible. And that's the third flaw right there. You're just trying to confuse me. It's a cheap tactic even for you. Doesn't take much to confuse you. Well, it won't work. Because I'm the world champion of not getting confused, so there. I won this race too. I saw it before anybody else did. Kay Faraday's the murderer. No doubt about it.
Hold it.
Would you mind explaining the grounds for your accusation in a little more detail? Haha, well, if you insist. Prepare to be wild, Edgeworth. I figured it all out before anybody else even had the chance. Before I even saw the scene. Before I even heard about the case. This is a perfect example of a lot of the people I see doing internet research. They've already made up their mind, so what they do is they search for evidence to support their case. I knew it right away. She did it. She's the murderer. It can't be anybody else. Eek! Your grounds. Yes, sorry. I'm just getting that. She's stuck in the community chamber looking to do some of her trademark great thieving.
Hold it.
Oh, really? And what was it she was trying to steal? Well, a file. A very particular file. One pertaining to your professional conduct, in fact, Mr. Edgeworth. And can you prove she needed the file badly enough to steal it?
Overruled.
Oh, there'll be no need to go into that. Well there, Mr. Prosecutor. No, that won't be necessary. What? Please, Mr. Winter, continue. Which means that nobody but her could have killed Rosie Ringer.
Hold it.
And you have proof that it could only have been Kay who committed the murder? Nope. Then might I suggest you try looking into other possible suspects with all due haste? For that, I believe, would be the winning approach here. The winning approach?
Overruled.
According to the reports we received, the police have found no signs of anyone else's involvement. So accusing Kay based on that alone, a little tenuous even for you. And suggesting there are other possible suspects, when there clearly aren't, isn't. Darn, if only I had something that could prove Kay didn't do it. Oh, this is obviously a setup. Plain and simple. You don't have to. It's alright, Kay. Truth will come out. I promise. I just need you to give me some time. Okay. Kay's capable of murder. There's no way she killed Miss Ringer. Had to prove this somehow, or she'll remain a suspect. Let's look at her evidence. Let me see the key card here.
Objection!
Are you familiar with this room, Mr. Winter? It certainly sounds like you are. What can I say? Winners know where winners go. I'm number 1, and 2, and 3. Damn, what? You feel like number 2. In other words, majority of work is second, not third rate. If not third rate. Why do you always have to make fun of me? You can take this last slide if you wish. The fact remains that you seem unfamiliar with this keycard. What are you taking me for? Of course I'm familiar with it. You need one of those to get in here. Don't you? Have you no shame? Eek! Mr. Winter, do you really even suspect Kay? Of course I do. She did it. Faraday's the killer. Perhaps you can tell us how Kay got into such a secure room as this without a keycard. Actually, well, you know, there was yeah. A masterful summary. Now, as we know, only members of the committee have keycards. Therefore, only they can enter. Precisely. Why aren't you agreeing with me? Please take a look at this. I had security pull the data earlier. As you see, the door into this room was open at 12:52 a.m. with Miss Ringer's keycard. We cannot know for certain, of course, but who's to say the culprit didn't enter the room with Miss Ringer and then kill her over some sort of subsequent disagreement? It's certainly a plausible theory, but that's all it is. For one, it would require the victim and her murderer to have known one another. And Kay didn't know the woman. I'm sure of it. Uh-oh. No, she did.
Overruled.
How can you possibly be so sure of such a thing? That's pure speculation on your part, Detective. There's no place for guesswork in the courtroom or at the crime scene. Hard evidence is what's required. They're going off of guesswork. In that case, are you suggesting that you have said hard evidence to support your theory? Evidence that Kay Faraday and Rosie Ringer know one another? But of course. Well, what? I have here a letter. The letter was found in the victim's chest pocket. Another one of the victim's possessions. And you kept this to yourself until now? You planned for this, didn't you? Can we look at it? Nope. Is that why? It's a candle holder that killed her, huh? She died sometime late last night. Well, what now, Gavel? Very kind of you to share this coroner's findings with everybody, Eustace. Perhaps you should leave it there. We don't want you to start training your voice after all. Ha ha ha. Shall I read it for you? Rosie, thanks so much for agreeing to help with my plan. Now we can both get what we want. Lucky in your revenge for what happened 12 years ago. Okay. You seem to indicate pretty strongly that the two of them were accomplices, wouldn't you say? Accomplices in a plot to steal from the very room in which you're standing. No. Wait, so your principal suspect is Miss Kay Faraday for the second crime, as well as Miss Ringer's murder. I'm the principal suspect? Don't listen to her. It's all lies, all of it. You're not like that. You never do any of the stuff they're accusing you of. How do you explain the letter, Detective? Like Mr. Winter, I suspected that Judge Gavel herself had some proof to support her accusation. I didn't expect to be quite so definitive. Nicely done, Gavel. Thank you, Eustace.
Hold it!
We're not done here yet. I still have questions, and you better have answers. Would you mind if I handle this, Eustace? Be my guest. Have fun arguing Edgeworth into the ground. You can't let them steamroll me on this. I have to find a way to take it back to the advantage. As the letter more than adequately proves, Miss Faraday and Miss Finger were acquainted. Miss Faraday had asked Miss Finger's help in some plot of some kind, but for whatever reason, their alliance must have been broken down. Miss Finger lost her life in the resulting disagreement, but she had one last card to play. The letter she kept safe in her left chest pocket, which spells out the name of her killer. She's good, better than ever even. Think you can take her down, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, of course. Don't do this out of pride, Miles Edgeworth. You're going to fail. Do it on someone else's time. Hey, whose side are you on, sir? He's about to get whipped. I'm just checking the time. I got 23 minutes. I'll try to do better. There's only one side to be on, Scruffy. Side of the truth. Uh-oh. Thought the kid's got something to say. Well, if there's only one side to be on, then it has to be on the winning. Ag! Quiet, you. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. I'm so glad we have Francisca here. She is saving us a lot of stupidity. I appreciate her more every day. Hayes letter. As letter more than adequately proves, Miss Faraday and Miss Finger were acquainted.
Hold it.
What exactly was the nature of their relationship? Miss Faraday was grateful for Miss Finger's cooperation, just as the letter says. I think that more than adequately describes it, don't you? Now, as I was saying. See, Miss Faraday had asked for Miss Finger's help in a plot of some kind.
Hold it.
Can you tell us any more about this plot? The letter implies a theft. And it was written by your friend, Faraday, making her the prime suspect. Case closed.
Objection.
You may can forge a letter. It's not conclusive proof of anything.
Overruled.
I'll soon recall Miss Faraday is referring to herself as a great thief on more than one occasion. She's on sabbatical. How are you sure of that? It's unlikely she would tell you if she'd resumed her activity, surely. Perhaps she took up stealing again and simply chose to keep it from you. Can't prove that either way right now, and she knows it. As I was saying, it seems Miss Faraday and Miss Springer were involved in a plot to steal something. But for whatever reason, their alliance must have broken down.
Hold it.
Whatever reason, could you be a little more specific? Not at the moment. But I'm sure our investigation will uncover any number of possibilities. Whereas your lack of proof that Miss Faraday is innocent continues to be a major problem for you.
Objection.
I can see that some of the evidence would seem to point to Kate's involvement. But none of it is anywhere near conclusive.
Overruled.
The letter explicitly outlined a connection to the victim, backed up by supporting evidence from the scene. How much more conclusive can it be? And what's more, where is your proof to the contrary? Miss Finger lost her life in the resulting disagreement, but she had one last card to play. Oops.
Hold it.
I forgot to press that one. Repress it. Is there any actual evidence to show that Kate killed Miss Finger? You don't give up, do you? What do you call that letter, huh? Evidence, duh. I don't be so sure. One thing, it doesn't mention anything resembling a murder plan. It doesn't? Oh, I guess not, huh? Aha, but it will once we hold a flame to it and reveal the secret writing. I wouldn't place too much hope in that, revealing anything useless. And we don't need it to. Now we have the letter she kept safe in her left chest pocket, which spells out her name of her killer.
Hold it.
We were able to examine the pocket in question for ourselves. You don't know why the letter wasn't there, I assume? Simple. The police's number one priority was handing it over to me. The victim had kept it on the left side of her chest, next to her heart, in other words. To negate her heart's desire that her killer be brought to justice. I have little interest in sentimental speculations about Miss Finger's desires, but one thing does interest me. The fact you state the letter was in the victim's chest pocket. Left chest pocket. It's the truth, as the gods of my witness. That's where the letter was found. There's no doubt about it. The same place where she was stabbed with the candelabrum. That might prove to be a very important clue. Imagine Kate writing a letter like that. But unless we can get more out of Judge Gavel, I don't think we'll be able to prove that she didn't. Try pressing the good judge on some of her statements to see if she lets something slip. Oh crap. Let's take a look. Let's see. 3 pound left side of the chest. There's no hole in the letter. There should be a hole in the letter. Here, advice. Oh, crap. I need to present the thing. Why do you say there's something wrong with it? Well, it's out of place. I should refrain from insinuating otherwise. That's on me. I should have presented the other thing.
Objection!
I went the wrong way. I was trying to prove that there should be a hole in the letter, but the victim kept the most vital clue of all closer to her heart. How very touching. The voice of the dead fights to be heard, and even then, they don't always reach us. I hope not. Not that I have murdered anyone and buried them recently. But a voice rang loud and true, and it told us that Miss Faraday is your killer. Yeah, I think you may have misheard her, Your Honor. Or perhaps an evil spirit was trying to mislead you. Exactly. I do keep my shovel close. Hey, you take that back. Perhaps you should try listening to the words of the coroner's report instead. By all means, if I recall correctly, the victim was stabbed on her left side. No. Yes, I'm afraid so. You claim that the letter was found in the victim's left chest pocket. Right where she was stabbed by the candle holder. Indeed, 3 puncture wounds to the chest, and yet not one to the letter. Miraculous, no? Well, Judge Gabble, how do you explain that? Because I can think of one explanation. That the letter was deliberately placed there after the fact in order to cast suspicion on Kay. Someone went to a lot of trouble to create the crime scene as we see before us. That someone is the real culprit, who almost certainly also forged this letter. No! Clearly the culprit intended to frame Kay. It means that letter. And he fell for a hook, line, and sinker.
Objection!
No, Faraday did it. The letter was... It was in her other pocket. Yeah, then why is there blood on it? Huh? Seriously? The whole left chest pocket thing was a mistake. Whoever reported it must have meant their left. What was that? Type of foolish flounder, you foolish fool? Or are you just that incurably foolish? Why do you keep whipping me? Stop making fun of my deductions. Well, stop being stupid. Nigga! Oh, nigga. That... Why do you put things in there that make me say stupid stuff? I'm sorry. There, I saved you the trouble of disciplining him. Yes. Even though I had no intention of doing so. Letter stained with blood, which suggested it had indeed been placed somewhere on her left side. Therefore, I doubt there was some sort of mistake in that report. Unless that report was given by you. Well, Gavel, say something. You know, she's not using her gavel nearly as much as she normally does. I think she's scared of the whip. No objections? Good, then allow me to continue. So we have established the existence of a second suspect. And we haven't. The murderer had to get in here, remember? Who else could have gotten it apart from Faraday and Ringer? Whoever it was would have needed a keycard. Ms. Gavel proposed that the killer entered the room together with the victim. What if there was something questionable about the very basis of her theory itself? Piece of evidence points to another suspect other than Kay. Right here.
Take that!
Looking at the keycard record provided by Judge Gavel a short while ago. As already noted, the victim's keycard was used at the 12:52 a.m. But she will note that someone else's keycard is also listed. A mystery person who could have entered beforehand and laid in wait for the victim, you see. You mean. Brandon Fox. We got Austin Fox. This other person entered at 10:15 p.m., so it's certainly not outside the realm of possibility. Except I'm afraid it is. And where's your evidence, huh, Your Honor? My evidence. I am the evidence, Detective. It was my keycard. You couldn't have put it in there in the first place. There's nothing suspicious about a committee member entering the chamber, as I please. Is there? Do we get to arrest her? Oh, we gotta prove her guilty. Perhaps not, but that's also not the exonerating evidence you seem to think it is. As you can also prove that you yourself didn't murder your colleague.
Overruled.
What utter nonsense. What would I have had to gain from killing her?
Objection!
I'm sure you know how I'm going to answer that, Your Honor. I believe further investigation will shed light on any motives you might have had.
Overruled.
I am a faithful servant of the goddess. Why would I ever resort to an act of crime? I don't know, you tell us. Here's my keycard, that much is true, but my reason for entering this room is far from questionable. And perhaps you'd care to tell us why. I had business here in the committee chamber. there were certain preparations to make. Preparations? Sounds pretty suspicious to me. I'm not at liberty to share what I was preparing for. But I am sure Prosecutor Edgeworth can make an educated guess. My hearing, she must have been busy gathering the documents they were going to use against me. To relieve me of my badge. Alright, children, that's enough. It's good to keep our skills and our tongue sharp, especially when we're young, but that'll do for now. Who in the... Who in the... Indeed, it's a mountain man. Really takes me back to the days of my youth. Back when I would wrangle with a certain detective. I don't know, who is it? Is he the Red Baron? Look at the things. Weird, you know, Devil. I hope he's out there somewhere, living his best life. You have to forgive me. It's just, I get so emotional. The tears, I can't stop them, Sniffle. He's wringing out his beard. Look, his beard is soaked. Chairman Winner. Huh? Winner. Ah, Verity, my girl. Do you ever stop working? Your dedication puts us all to shame. Oh, his goggles are filled with water. Is this young Francis guy seen before me? Dear child, when did you get so big? Uncle Winter. It's been far too long. And so formal. I thought we were like family. Sniffle. You should sit on my knee and shout, Uncle Winter. Uncle Winter. At the top of your little lungs. But time goes very fast. Sob. One can't help but shed a tear. Dad, what are you doing here? Dad, is he now like 70? What am I doing here? A family member has been murdered. You're in charge of the case, my boy. What is this, bring your pops to work day? Silas, do you have any idea who he is? This man is practically the right hand of the goddess herself. A former chief prosecutor and the current chairman of the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. Now, Verity. There's no need to bring all that up. I'm just a harmless old man, really. I'd apologize for the detective's rudeness. I am... Miles Edgeworth, correct? And your little subordinate, Dick Gumshoe. I'm Excelsius Winter. Of course he is. Excelsius. Father's this idiot boy, among other things. My wife and I were so happy when he was born, Sniffle. And now she's gone too. Sob. Heaven only knows where. Heaven only knows to where. Dad, you're here. Use my handkerchief. Thank you, son. You're a good boy, in your own silly way. Like father, like son, I suppose, though it's hard to say who's the bigger fool. Well, Verity, how goes the investigation? Thank you for asking, sir. We have identified a prime suspect, 1K Faraday. We are currently trying...
Objection!
I have nearly enough to make your prime suspect... Make you your prime suspect, and you know it. Have you forgotten what we just discovered about the letter?
Objection!
I told you that was just a mix-up. They got the wrong pocket. Yeah! Don't test my patience. Alright, that's enough. Let's all just calm down, shall we? I'm sorry you had to see that, sir. My humblest apologies. I think you've all made your cases very clearly. I'll accept you for you, Eustace. Well, what? But, Dad, you're prosecutors, and it is our duty to identify suspects and bring them to justice. I wouldn't dare call someone a suspect without evidence or a motive. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, I know all about your relationship to the accused. Thick as thieves seems pretty apt based on what I've heard. Kay's no criminal. She's helped us catch the bad guys loads of times. Much about this case is still unclear, sir. Please, you have to let us... How are we doing time? Okay, 9 minutes. Okay, we're doing good. It's heartwarming, really. The bonds of friendship are so strong among the young. Does he just carry paper to burn? Does he just, like, it's like... He just carries paper and the lighters to, like, oh. I'd light this on fire here in the middle of this room. I mean, I like fire. I'm a big fan. I'm honestly a big fan. But I don't carry a lighter and paper around just to burn. But circumstances being what they are, I'm afraid those bonds won't be enough. What the heck is that supposed to mean? He still got the lighter out. Prosecutor's office needs this case cleared up as quick as possible. Time is oh so precious, and we have so little of it. And there are so many other cases, Sniffle. I'm sorry, but you understand, of course, don't you? Arg. What he needs to carry around is a bottle of water, because he's crying so much. He's got to be dehydrated. That's why he has such good abs, because he's so dehydrated. Hi, Miss K. Faraday. Time to come here alone quietly. You know, they actually do that. Actors and actresses, when they want to, like, look very lean, like, look very good, they cut out their water because it makes them look buffer. I think mostly actors do it. Probably actresses, too. Fox abs. I'm working on my abs again. I used to have abs. I don't have abs right now. I have 2 abs. So I actually started working out today for the first time. I didn't do much, just a little start. I'm trying to ease into it. So I did 10 push-ups, 20 squats, and a 60 count of plank. It was a low plank. Yeah, so I'm going to slowly build that up. The only thing that hurt today was getting into the plank position, because my tricep was used a little bit getting into the plank position. So I got to be a little more careful. But it only hurt for a second, just like a little twinge, and it was gone. I didn't even stop doing it. Yes, sir. You're not taking her. She's innocent, I tell you. To defy the chairman of the committee is to defy the law itself. It's an act so brazen, I hear it won't be necessary at all. Are you prepared for Mr. Edgeworth to lose his badge over this, detective? What? Why? So the K goes down or Mr. Edgeworth loses his badge? What the heck am I supposed to do? Use his badge to shield yourselves? Oh, how the committee too has fallen. Kay, you're innocent. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Thank you. We've only known each other for a short while, but you've been very kind. And I'm sorry. Sorry for being a criminal. Your contrition has been noted, Miss Faraday, and will be conveyed to the goddess of justice. Arg, well, what in the world should I do? When I was little, all I wanted to do was be like my father. To become an attorney and fight for those who can't fight for themselves. But now, my fate is tied to that of this one tiny badge. One tiny badge against the life of a dear acquaintance. Who am I kidding? There's nothing way up here. I guess this is it. Goodbye, Mr. Edgeworth.
Hold it!
Judge Gabble, a moment, please. Yes? What is it? Your badge. What is the meaning of this? I am returning it. From this day forth, I am a prosecutor no longer. Mr. Edgeworth? Well, what are you doing? Miles Edgeworth, explain yourself right now. Giving it all up? Just like that? You can't mean it, sir. Tell me you're kidding. Please. You're not a prosecutor anymore. Then what does that make me? You know... I've told you guys, I really would like to, you know, make streaming my career, right? But if I had to compromise my principles to become a streamer, I would give it up without hesitation. I know you guys have seen, I mean, there's some streamers have done some really bad things. Content creators have done some awful, horrible things. If I had to do that, like if I had a boss and they were doing awful, horrible things, I wouldn't continue. That's true of my work as well. If my boss were to put someone's life in danger, I work at a drug company. If my boss were to put someone's life in danger, I would report it immediately. Whistleblower. So, I mean, if they're continually threatening to take his badge because he's trying to get to the truth. which is his job. So I've told this, I've said this to people before. You're allowed to tell me to do my job, but you're not allowed to tell me not to do my job. Anyway, now prosecutor more. What does that make me? I have one duty and one duty alone: pursue the truth. Being a prosecutor means I must turn a blind eye to the very truth before me. Yeah, I've also said that many times. I will not be fired from my work. I might be buried someday, though. They know how much evidence I have of things that are shady. I know all the things. I go everywhere. I do everything. Actually, they may not know just how much I have on them. I will say this, though. In all my evidence, no one is in danger. The public's not in danger. Do they lie about stuff? Yes. Do they cover up stuff? Yes. But they do not allow tainted product to go out the door. But the prosecutor means I must turn a blind eye to the truth. Then I will gladly shed that title to be free. I'll carve my own path, one I believe in. I will let my search for the truth end here.
Objection!
Are you running away from the Von Karma? From me? Say what you will, Francisco. You won't change my mind. So you're leaving me behind again? I'll never forgive you for this. Never! No, it's all my fault. This would have happened if it wasn't for me. Wait, Kay, don't go. You stay right where you are, detective. But sir, I'm not a prosecutor anymore. Don't say that. Where you go, I go, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm always there right by your side. There's no need for you to do that now, detective. So be focused on your job and do what you can. Is it his job to go catch the criminal who's getting away? Not that I believe she's a criminal, I'm just saying. Well now, this is no good, is it? We've let a dangerous criminal run free. While everyone just stood there. I try and try, Stifle. And yet, it's never enough. There's no need to worry, sir. We'll set up a cordon. She won't get far. She'd better not. I'll be very disappointed in you if she does. Alright, how are we looking on time? We got 1 minute left. Okay, that's not bad. I'll go and save our progress here, I guess. We're going to save, and we're going to go brush. Let's see, I think if we do 2.5 minutes, it might work out about right. So we'll do 2.5, and I'll be right back. And boop. Alright, I am back. We still got 30 seconds left, though. What do we do for 30 seconds? I can't stop the rain from falling. I'm drowning in these tears I cry. 'Cause you laugh without a warning. I face the dawn with sleepless eyes. I know I can't go on. Clouds are moving down on me now. Can't stop the rain from falling. Did you throw a brick at me? I didn't hear it. Was it a Lego brick? I guess it was a Lego brick. I didn't hear it hit, though. Did it hit? I was kind of holding my headphones off my ears, so I could hear. So it's just a Lego? Why does it type so slowly? So now we got 50 minutes. Hey! Should I hear either? Oh, I turned my headset way down. Where are you? Where are you? Knockity knock knock knock. Special visitor. Fender. Whoa, talk about an unhappy face. Everything okay, big guy? You don't want yourself too many admirers looking like that. That's weird. Oh, it's a shadow, I think. Okay. Sorry, I was looking at the audio balance. Don't you yourself too many admirers looking like that. What are you doing here? Has something happened? Something happened, he asked. I'll say. It's been all over the news. A murder in the committee chamber. I'd call that a happening, alright. Well, you're hearing about you today. I thought... Well, I couldn't help but wondering if you were involved. They're reporting it on the news already? Heck yeah. A dead lawyer? A young woman on the run? They're lapping it up. It's crazy stuff. But compelling too, I gotta admit. So are you gonna give me the lowdown or what? Well, actually... Whoa, maybe I warned a guy before blowing his mind like this time. Things are even crazier than I thought. This is a joke, Fender. Kay's out there somewhere, all alone and without your memory. Not to mention being suspect in murder. It definitely doesn't make things any easier. Where the heck could she have gotten to? You sure she doesn't remember Zip? I thought she might have come here, but... No luck, huh? Can't say I'm surprised. I just think she's done with you wrong. She wouldn't want to cause you even more trouble by rocking up on your doorstep. I don't know that. I'm out of places to look. Hey, take a chill poke, compadre. This isn't like you. You're wound up tighter than a clockwork monkey. Which is a bad thing, necessarily. After all, it's gotta be you're running from pillar to post looking to save an innocent from jail. Act like the attorney I know you were born to be. Look, Fender, I may have given up my badge earlier. That doesn't mean I've decided to become an attorney. However, Kay isn't just some suspect in a murder to me. She's somebody I've come to know very well, even if we've only been acquainted for a short while. And she'd never harm a fly, let alone another person. Well, mine twice in 5 minutes, why don't you? Kid's lucky to have you in her corner, champ. I hope you don't mind me saying this, but that's quite the bond that sprung up between the two of you. Enough to give me and your old man's a run for the money. Enough to give me and your old man's a run for its money, even. It's nothing like that, really. She just likes to involve herself in my affairs. Heh, you can't say that again. From what I've seen, she likes to charge into things no holds barred. But she's done you some good, I can tell. You should make a great team. Can't say I'm not a little jealous, seeing as my partner in crime's no longer around. Anyway, you need to track her down. Eggs like that don't grow on trees. I should know. Alright, how about this for a plan? You're fresh out of ideas about where she could be, and you can't just walk the streets shouting her name. I'm gonna go back to the source, look how she's lost her memory in the first place. These might turn up some clues that'll help narrow things down. Oh, that's not a bad idea. Based on what you told us, it sounds like it all started at the big building. That's where we're headed. Next stop, the big time. Maybe you can give your face the good news on the way. Kay won't come frolicking back into the fold if the first thing she sees is you scowling like that. Very funny. And there's truly a force of nature all on its own. Oh, it's so pretty! At night, look at the lights! Are you guys familiar with the Call of the Void? That's the principle that when you're up on a high place, that's the part inside of you that says, hey, jump. That's normal. If you hear that, you're not crazy. That's just normal. I mean, don't do it, but it's the Call of the Void. It's a real thing. Nobody else hears that? Right, viewing platform. Sun sure set quickly. Hey, a murder on the premises could make this place close its doors. Gotta chase that last dollar, huh? Look, I'm not a spirit fox, okay? That I know of, probably. I may not know where I came from, and I may not know where I've been. But I know who I am. And right now, I'm in the world of the living. Living it up. Gotta chase that last dollar, huh? There's hardly anybody around, though. Guess we got the whole place to ourselves, except for those two. The first step toward proving Kay's innocence is to figure out how she lost her memory. Back Earth to Miles, we got sleuthing to do. This rooftop paradise is all ours, so let's focus up and do what we're good at for Kay, okay, alright? Do what we're good at, huh? I suppose I should be grateful there's at least something we can do. It's a pretty sizable cherry tree. Its flowers are just on the cusp of full bloom. I wonder what Kay told us. This makes no sense. This tree is way too fat. I wonder what Kay told us. She was standing beneath this tree until she was pushed and fell. How'd she fall off with the railing? The person in the raincoat that Kay saw supposedly approached her from the direction of the concession stand. Which would suggest she was pushed over this railing here. The thing is chest high. You have to try really hard to go tumbling over the edge of it. And Kay's shorter than us. Everything looks sturdy enough, too. Pegasus, the winged horse of legend. No, wait. Is that a horn on his forehead? That's what I was wondering. I thought it was maybe the ear, though. It's just a unicorn. No, that can't be right, either. Unicorns don't have wings. Oh, what's this? There's a little plaque there at the bottom showing the name of the piece. Contradictions. That'll teach me to bother in engaging with such things. Beak of the wings of a bird and the body of a lion. I guess the statues are meant to guard the piece of this little rooftop haven. I have to say, they're incredibly detailed. Almost frighteningly so. Instead of feeling welcomed, I wonder how many people have been scared off by these instead. It's Redwork, we meet again. What are you two doing up here? Well, seeing as we came all this way, we thought we might as well enjoy some cotton candy. What the heck are you doing here? Looking to get yourself even more hot water? You needn't worry about me, Dr. Hertz. I'll be just fine. Whatever you say, Mr. Soon-to-be ex-prosecutor turned ex-prosecutor saw that coming a mile off. Wait, what? You got fired? As I said, you needn't concern yourself with my affairs. If you say so. So, oh, how's Kay doing? Uh-oh. Did something happen? Maybe I can help. How about an injection? No injections. No, thank you. I got sneeze. Stupid sneezes. I gotta say though, Zellic, if your inner monologue is starting to sound like me, you might be watching me too much. Unfortunately, a jab a day does not keep the world's troubles at bay. Yeah, it did get kind of chilly, huh? Come on, let's head home. Alright then, Mr. Edgeworth. Catch you again soon. It's like a TV show showing announcements from the various companies in the big building. At the moment, it's just showing a regular broadcast channel. Nurk! What am I staying here for? It's still summarizing on today. Hey, you. Yeah, you. How about some delicious partying clouds, cotton candy to brighten your day? Partying clouds? The name for the fact that we're so close to the clouds up here? I guess we could just take a normal serving of cotton candy and we split it in half. Part, if you will. Half the candy, same price, double the profit. And we're laughing all the way to the bank. That's exactly what a company would do that. I don't think your customers would be laughing if you keep sharing that information quite so freely. I wonder if you saw a reflection in that. You insert a coin to take a good look at the distant landscape for a few minutes. They absolutely would have been all over this. The K I know anyway. But for now, I better focus my powers of observation on this rooftop. Anything to put together? Doesn't fit. A lot of connection between those two pieces. That's weird. Eek. Well, we found Kay. What is this trapdoor? That's where she fell! She fell down here! So she saw the person come up behind her and she saw the reflection over there, and then she got pushed down the trapdoor or something. Hi. Kay. Don't mind me. I'm just lying in wait. That'll make you a criminal, Kay. Perhaps you meant to say laying low? Oh, yes, that. Nevertheless, I doubt people will look kindly on a suspect holding the side of her supposed crime. So you understand that even if you're in your current state. On top of which, while you've been playing hide-and-go-seek, I've been worried sick about and frankly trying to find you. Are you mad at me? Of course not, I am. I was gonna say, of course not. Now, what were you thinking coming back here? Do you think your amnesia would excuse your recklessness? No. I came to try and help you get your badge back. What? I thought if I could get my memory back, I might be able to remember killing that poor woman. I thought if I came back to where I lost my memory, maybe I could. Huh. There's one thing you haven't lost, you know. Your ability to surpass my expectations at every turn. I couldn't be more certain now that you're the Kay I know so very well. However, I don't appreciate you being so reckless. Do you hear me? I'm sorry. Seriously, Miles? You're killing me here. You're banking good guy points, and then you went and blew it by blowing your top? Good to see you, kiddo. Glad to see you're safe. Come on, bring it in. Okay. That's the spirit. Not now, Fender. Oh, yeesh. I was just trying to lighten the mood. Live news now from the big building where a shocking murder took place earlier today. Please continue their hunt for a young woman known to have been present at the scene. She's considered the prime suspect, and police say no effort is being spared in trying to track her down. Oh, mama, they're not messing around, huh? Well, team, what's the plan? Looks like the clock's ticking down, and fast. It's only a matter of time before they find us. Alright, first things first. Hey, you're sticking with us from now on. Capiche? But I've caused you so much trouble already. You can hardly make things any worse for me at this point. Mr. Edgeworth! Then it's settled. We're in this together, like the Three Musketeers. Miles will be in charge of proving Kay innocent. And I will, believe me. So I'm going to need you to do everything you can to help him with this investigation. Okay, Kay? Yes, of course. Great, now we gotta move quick. Can't be getting bagged by the boys in blue before you even starting. Did the voice saying Juan? Now here's the question, like, does it sound like this? Or does it sound like this? What was it, the Miko, hold on, can I do the Miko voice? Miku. I'm not doing it, I'm gonna try, hold on. I give up. I can't do it. I tried. I just can't find that. The Miku today. Sorry. One. I'm not sure I can do the ego for us today. Maybe okay, though. You two may not have any more to lose, but your Uncle Eddie sure does. Greg would never forgive me if I got the family office shut down. Thank you, Fender. I'm sure I owe you more than I'll ever really know. Can we look at this thing? I need to talk to Kay. Hope I've been of help to you so far. I came back here because I thought it might jog my memory. How do I go over what you remember one more time? Or should you have headphones on? Okay, I was standing under the tree, sheltering from the rain. Then I saw a person in a red raincoat. And then they pushed me. Can you remember anything specific about the person in the raincoat? I'm sorry, I just can't recall anything. Oh, but there's one thing. I can see the moon over their shoulder as they came closer and closer. The moon? Yes, it's all fuzzy, but the exact same place it is right now. Floating up there above the cherry blossoms. So the moon was visible over the mysterious figure's shoulder. That's new information. I should keep it in mind. Alright, let's go and cover everything before we do the deduction. I keep feeling there's something just on the edge of my memory. There is? It could be the clue we need. Alright, just let it float to the top of your mind. And say whatever comes into your thoughts. I gotta sneeze again. Maybe? Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, maybe not. Alright. I'm seeing... It's very faint, but... I'm seeing a small restaurant. Just a counter and some seats. And there's this incredible smell. A beautiful golden soup. Not too thick, and it tastes just right. It's filled with delicious noodles. They're firm, but not too firm. And that's when the thought crossed my mind. I'm going to order another bowl. A captivating memory, but sadly one that has nothing to do with the case. You used to say you were the second great thief, Yatagarasu. A noble outlaw just dedicated to stealing the truth. Do you not remember any of that? But bang, stay down. Oh. I think you're right. I was noble. Not a noble, Kay. A noble outlaw. Still, I suppose you got halfway there. Alright, let's do some deductions. I know what's going on, I just can't figure out where it goes. There we go. Thinking back on what Kay has said. The person in the raincoat approached her from the direction of the concession stand. Which implies that she was pushed over the railing on the side opposite the stand. Just says you could see the moon over this person's shoulder. When we checked just now, the moon was in a different location than expected. Yet Kay claims it's currently in the same spot in the skies on the night of the incident. This shows the positions of the moon and the person in the raincoat out of alignment with her story. I think her memories may have become confused somehow. What's more, if she really had been pushed over that railing, she would have never survived the fall. Or I must conclude she may not have fallen where she thought she did. You may have fallen, Kay, but it couldn't have been over that railing. Because if you had, you wouldn't be alive now to tell the tale. But I definitely remember standing under that tree. If I was pushed, then the only way I could have fallen is over that railing. Isn't it? Not unless the ground opened up and swallowed you whole. The ground could just open up like that? How? My bad. Not a joking matter. Sorry, kiddo. But it may also be closer to the truth than you think, Bender. Let's take another look at the ground in that area. There's a chance we might have missed something. The little trapdoor hatch that I saw, maybe? Kay couldn't have fallen over the railing. So where did she fall? There must be a clue around here somewhere. Must scour the scene and inspect anything to catch my attention. How about the big trapdoor right here? It's not even subtle. What's this? Looks like a service hatch. Hey, do you think you might have fallen down here instead? Nah, you'd never be as clumsy as that. I'm sorry, I just can't say one way or the other. My bad, kiddo. Just another one of my silly musings. You don't have to take me so seriously, you know. I don't? Never? Well, maybe not never. I told you to leap lyrically into my arms. Fender! Chill, Mazrino. Where's your sense of whimsy? So, never then. Ouch. Talk about a deep cut. Around here is covered with cherry blossoms. Even though the tree's not in full bloom yet, the strong wind up here is blowing the petals right off. Well, nice I thought to tie it up just a little, though. As you can see, they're still hard at work up on the 50th floor. That's where the Committee for Prosecutorial Evidence Excellence holds their disciplinary hearings, correct? That's right. There have been people walking by the windows all evening. It's one serious investigation. Let's just make our chance of getting out of here with Kay and your rosier. We'll have to find a way to slip past the press. I'm a cool and mysterious customer, Mazrino, but I'm no spy. Maybe we can use him as a decoy if things get desperate. Okay, whatever you're thinking, quit it. I can tell it doesn't end well for me. My scour has seen to inspect anything that catches my attention. It's like this is being broadcast live, which means we're looking at the big building in real time. Maybe we're on TV too? I don't think so. The camera's so far away. It's far away enough and it's just dark enough that I think we'll be safe for now. So we better be. If Kay is spotted, things will go from bad to worse before we know it. As you can see, they're still hard at work up on the 50th floor. We already did all that. There have been people walking by the windows all evening. It's one serious investigation. Alright, reporter's right. You can see people moving around. Wait, something's very wrong with this picture. Use a certain piece of evidence to help me deduce exactly what. Can't you hear hiding in plain sight? Let's go over it again, because I guess I skipped it. I thought we were there. As you can see, they're still hard work. So the committee is right. So they're still working in the committee chamber. Reporter's right. You can see people moving around. Wait, something's very wrong with this picture. There's a certain piece of evidence telling me to deduce exactly what. Wait.
Eureka!
Question, how many floors does this building have? Easy, 50, right? Kinda ironic, just a few feet above where the committee works is ugly little schemes. It's a place where starry-eyed young romantics come to wish for everlasting swoochy times. Then what's that dark space above the 50th floor? The gloomy underbelly of love? Wait a minute. Exactly. The committee chamber is supposed to be on the top floor, directly beneath the viewing platform. It actually appears to be located one floor below that. Completely contradicting the supposed facts. Maybe whoever wrote the pamphlet made a mistake. Somehow I don't think so. Call me crazy, but... yes, there appears to be a hidden 51st floor. Wow, and that's where they keep the gloomy underbelly of love? Ack, my heart! You didn't need to take it quite so literally, Kay. Good, then perhaps we can take this more seriously instead. Come on, have you met me, Miles? That might be easier said than done. It'll still be easier than trying to enjoy your so-called jokes. Let's put some deduction together. How's the whole floor between the 50th and 55th platform remained undetected all this time? You got me there. Kind of hard to hide a set of stairs going up to it, if you ask me. That's precisely it. Things like stairs that are normally out in the open, going unnoticed by people, seems to be a bit implausible. Which can only mean the 51st floor is no ordinary floor and can't be reached by ordinary means. You'll just have to reach it through extraordinary means, right? I don't know about extraordinary means. Maybe let's go for unconventional. Indeed. Consider, if you will, the hatch we found by the cherry tree. What would you expect to find on the other side of it, such a hatch? A room of some kind, perhaps? Oh ho, a secret room. Now you're talking my language. Let's go take a look. Alright, there we go. What is this place? Look at all that stuff down there. Is it a storeroom? Whatever it is, I think we can safely say this is where you fell. Well, team, strike one mystery off the list. Yes, but the greater mystery of Kay's memory loss remains unsolved. We have a red-raincoat figure who can walk on air, according to account for, among other things. And can't got a basket of success for a second? So we found a hidden storeroom. I vote we scooch down and check it out. We have pretty much exhausted everything up here. And it can't hurt to take a look. Bloop. Fill it back up. Alright. Is that you, Miss Edgeworth? Oh, hey! Emma, what are you doing here? I've heard about what happened from Detective Gumshoe. I was in the area, so I thought I'd come by and see what's going on. This is Emma Skye. She's a high school student, currently studying in Europe to become a forensic scientist. And her sister, a former superior of mine, we've also stood in court together. The detective called me up here in a panic. He said your badge fell out of the big building and that Kay was in a man's suit and... Hold it right there. Somebody's got confused. Did you just leave to go back to Europe a few days ago? And you're back again already? Yep, I'm here with one of my professors. But not to do any schoolwork or anything. Just some interpreting. Then shouldn't you be off doing that instead of gallivanting around the crime scene? Oh, it's fine. There's this wonderful thing called body language after all. That's not actual language, Emma. Anyway, never mind me. It's about Kay. How is she? Where is she? Oh, shucks, isn't that sweet, Kay Meister? Your little friend is worried about you. Oh, yes. Who's this guy? Don't tell me you went and got a new assistant, Mr. Edgeworth. Heh, very funny, young lady. It's actually the other way around, you know. Eddie Fender, attorney at law and senior partner at Edgeworth & Co. Law Offices. Edgeworth. So you are his assistant. Wait, attorney? So were you a defense attorney? I'm not. To say it's complicated is an understatement. Let's ask about the details for now, yeah? First things first. But an attorney, Mr. Edgeworth? Really? Oof, it's like I'm not even here. What is this, some kind of weird experiment? Perhaps we should head down below. I'll explain there. I agree, the police could be here any minute. And who's this? I'll explain later, Emma. Come on, time to go. Oh, alright, but you better explain yourself, Mr. Hotshot Pro Attorney. Trust me, I'll explain that too. Okery doo, down the hatch we go. Be continued. There seem to be a lot of parts in this one. You notice that? Like, there seem to be, like, how many parts have we already been through? Like, 5? Although we got about an hour left in stream, so. Oh, how long do we have on ads? We doing good? 22 minutes. So if we take a 2.5 minute, 6 parts this turnabout. Wait, so we're almost done? How? Is this a really short one? Really short one. Do we need to type in 20 question marks? Random Fox. Empress Fox. Alright, so it bugged out a little bit, but we fixed it. It fixed itself. It's dark as a grave down here. I can't see the nose in front of my roguishly handsome face. Watch your step, Emma. Ouch! I hit my head on something. Make your way down slowly, Kay. I don't want you to slip. Oh, yes, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, there's got to be a light switch here somewhere. Ah, bingo. Wait. There's the statue. Remember the statue? The kind of statue? There's the suitcase from the airplane. There's the where she got the mask from. There's the Iron Infant thing. I don't remember what that is. There's the little mobile from the theme park. There's the cake trophies. This is the previous game, I think. This was the previous game. This is the previous game. This is the previous game. Previous. This one's current. I guess. So the hidden 51st floor really is being used as a storeroom. We'll need to take a careful look over all these items. Alright, we updated the big building thingy. I'm sure to promise me an explanation or 3. I did indeed. Sigh, where to even start? Wow, a lot's been happening, huh? What a case. It's not supposed to fill you with excitement, Emma. Yeah. Seems you've gotten yourself into a real pickle, Mr. Prosecutor Attorney. I'm not an attorney, or a prosecutor anymore. Well, whatever you are, I think it's time for science to lend a helping hand. Don't worry, I brought my entire kit with me. Or sure. Are you kidding? I live for moments like this. Here, let's make this all official. Good work with you again, Mr. Edgeworth. And you, Miss Guy. And then there were 4. Right, everyone, let's get to work. I don't know where that elevator goes. Looks like it goes down? Wait, that goes to the committee's office. It's something we'll certainly want to investigate further, but we should look around up here first. Aye, Captain. Let me know if you find anything juicy. I'll keep trying to see what I can remember. I'll let you know if anything comes to mind. Thank you, Kay. Emma? Ready, willing, and able to investigate, Mr. Edgeworth. Very well, then let's begin. I'm sorry here, it's kind of creepy. All these masks lined up here in the dark. Not a fan of horror movies, I take it. No way. Stuff's so unscientific. I think you must mispronounce terrifying. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. How about the one that's missing? It's a selection of masks arranged on the back here. There's even a steel samurai. What an impressively authentic likeness it is. Science to me is sensing something strange, though. A lack of consistency, you know? Since the characters represented here feel a little haphazard somehow. I don't disagree. There's an empty space here. Yeah, just an empty hook, right in the middle. Is somebody using that one, perhaps? To the evidence somehow? Oh, this evidence.
Eureka!
Kay was carrying a gem and ninja mask when she was found. It looks like it might have originally come from this hook. Scientifically speaking, that doesn't seem like a crazy hypothesis. Which means that Kay was really here. As you put it, not a crazy hypothesis, but why? Did she come steal something, maybe? There's all kinds of stuff here. She's a great thief who steals the truth, I suppose. No, I think it's too early to jump to any conclusions. These are all case files for various murders. What? But why would they be in here? They should be safely under lock and key at the courthouse to the prosecutor's office. Which suggests that somebody removed them without permission. Something very suspicious going on here. We need to find out more. It's Steel Samurai and Nickel Samurai. Nickel Samurai always seems kind of pleased with himself to me. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just about being skinny and cool, you know? There's more to it than that. I'm Team Steel all the way. You've just gone up in my estimation, Emma. She's the only heroine the Steel Samurai series needs. You say that again. I love the Pink Princess. You watch shows like that, Emma? Of course, you love them too, right? Well, I don't really know all that much about them, but sure. Really? Because I saw the Steel Samurai figurine in your office. So I thought, argh, I can't believe even Emma's seen it. I mean, it is prominently on display. I can't believe somebody's seen this thing that I display in my office all the time. That mask. That's global hero on Yankabon. And why is that so shocking? You really don't know? Everything about the show is secret. When it's on TV, who makes it? So that merchandise was super rare. Sounds like me to whoever made it may have simply gone out of business. Oh, wrong button. That's Captain Saipan. He's super popular overseas. Everybody loves dressing up like him. Kids, adults, you name it. I find the flower on his head a little excessive myself. It's a trapper mask. What TV show are these from? I don't know a whole lot about it, but I believe it's called The Students of Starry School. It's about an elementary school where the students are all superheroes. So their masks are modeled on sports safety helmets or something, right? Maybe the number on the ISIS tells you their student ID number. So the one on the left would be number 1, and the one on the right is number 2. I suppose that could be it, yes. That would mean a ton of splits for the kids with the highest ID numbers. I have to admit being a little intrigued by this show now. I think we're good here. This statue. What is it? Got some new data for me? Not exactly. It's just something from a case I worked on, a piece of evidence. It's called the Alfred statue. And there are 2 of them, a real one and a fake. Whichever one this is, it should be here of all places. Okay, so I guess you have worked out on a bunch of different... Huh? Gotcha! Caught in the act, red dang-handed. Guilty of the tomcat covered in cream. Ah! My eyes! Stop that at once. Ain't no stopping my snapping until I get every dang detail and then some. I think I'm about to let a bunch of dirty criminals go before I get the shot. Think again. We're not criminals. Yeah, sure. Pull the other one. It's got bells on. This your camera's the weapon of justice. It ain't about to be hornswoggled by your cheap denials. How's you? Huh? You're that low-down dirty jerk of prosecutor, ain't you? Who you call a low-down dirty jerk? This is a lot of heart. A photojournalist by trade, we've crossed paths on a few occasions, especially on that one particular case. She's hard to forget, and even harder to get a word in edgewise with. We're done on time. 13 minutes, okay. Quit making that face, will ya? That's the face of a no-good schemer, if I ever saw one. It's like I didn't leave the best impressions on her, either. Well, it's payback time, Mr. Schemer. You ought to be thankful. All I want from you is a couple pictures. I'm here to investigate. Sure you are. If by investigate you mean pull the wool over Lotta's mile-wide eyes. Sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. I thought she might listen to me. Didn't hurt to try, I guess. We're probably better off leaving her alone for now. A bunch of trophies and... Oh, look. Somebody's left a walkie-talkie here. This bag is put there deliberately. I like it's on display, to be honest. Hey, there are batteries in here, too. Could be useful. Let's take it with us. Nobody will mind if we use it for a little while, will they? I can take it to the police station afterward. Sounds starting to sound like a certain great thief. Scientifically speaking, I'd say this looks like some kind of wooden icebox. Yeah, chains are probably to stop the cold air from escaping. I mean to contradict you, Emma, but isn't this just a box for storing clothes in? It was imbued with a natural repellent that keeps moss away. Oh, yeah, sure. Guess you could look at that way, too. Keeping your clothes chilled to be nice for the summer, right? So not prepared to let go of that particular part of your hypothesis, I see. These are... Well, what's the matter, Mr. Edgeworth? If I'm not mistaken, several of the items on display here are a piece of evidence from an old case of mine. What are they doing here? Oh, this is the doll from the airplane. Maybe this is where the committee stores stuff is looking into. It can't be. Evidence like this is stored at the police state department. You're gonna keep stuff like at the prosecutor's office, too. When the case is ongoing, yes, but once the last trial is finished up, it's supposed to go right back to the police precinct, unless there's a very good reason for it to go elsewhere. Yeah, here it all is. There's no point in trying to figure out the whys right now. I should take a close look at it all. They all have labels. There was numbers printed on them. Exhibit numbers, maybe? You said they were all a piece of evidence, right? It's judging by how the numbers are written, by the items themselves. I guess these are prices. Prices? I would never have guessed that. Wait, none of this stuff could be worth that much money, could it? Prices are very high indeed. It's no wonder she's surprised. Examined all these in detail. That's odd. This is the only spot with nothing on it. The candle! This is where the candelabra came from. But it still has one of those signs in front of it. Indeed, and look, there's an outline in the dust on top of the cloth. I say someone was probably sitting there until quite recently, wouldn't you? Yeah, we may have to, hold on. I've sort of fixed it. Whatever, mannequin. Get over it. You know what, take my breath, but, I'm drawing a blank trying to imagine what. I might have an idea. A star-shaped outline. Do we have a piece of evidence that might well be connected? Oh, it's a cutie. Look at the fluffy little guy. That's the stuffed animal we found at Cord Lake. On the plane. He used to be in the possession of the prosecutor in charge of that case. So how did he wind up here? Oh, but look, he's missing his left horn. He is, but he never had it in the first place. At least not as far as we ever saw. Defective merchandise, huh? We need to contact the manufacturer. I had to make a recall. Now that I come to think of it. Why would anybody give the president a broken toy to begin with? So this storeroom is actually more of a stock room. It would seem so, much as it pains me to consider such a thing. What kind of person sells off evidence from serious criminal cases? And who too? Who didn't want to pay for all this stuff? Somebody clearly. Price tags are proof of that. Oh, people really will collect anything, huh? Fascinating. That's a cute little doll. It looks kind of like the Steel Samurai. It's actually the Iron Infant, son of the Steel Samurai and the Pink Princess. He was born burdened with the knowledge that he too would one day be called upon to fight for justice. I can imagine the pressure that must have put him under more than most people could bear. Yes, he's young, but you can sense it nonetheless, a certain tragic refinement. Sure, Mr. Edgeworth, are you listening to me? Hmm? Oh, of course. Small bottle. This is one of the perfume. Remember the lady had the perfume bottle? Well, I've seen before. Oh, that's all? Nothing else to add? Well, no. What more do you want for me to say? Hold up, I gotta write this down. Mr. Edgeworth can turn even the most boring topics into something picturesque with his explanations. Nerk, next time I'll try taking those kind of notes in silence. This is the ghost ink, a bottle of ink and a lantern, both pieces of evidence from a previous case of mine. This is the last case in the last game. But why? What's all this stuff that's related to you doing here? Not as if any of it was in my possession for any length of time. Duration of the case is no longer. That's all nothing but a coincidence. Seriously, a coincidence? I never thought I'd hear those words coming out of your mouth. You must always face up to the facts of a situation, however strange they may be. Isn't that what scientists believe too? Oh ho ho, you want to talk about what scientists believe? Settle in, this may take a while. Alright, we can't do anything with that. Alright, let's deduce this. Get the evidence? Yes.
Eureka!
Now in the dust matched the bottom of the candelabrum exactly. There's a very strong chance that this was where a murderer took it from. Which would mean the candelabrum was evidence from another case. Certainly seems likely, but that's not our concern right now. The key thing to note is that the murder weapon was taken from the storeroom. Oh, there's more here. What's more? Then why are we still here? Mannequin, huh? I know, wait, I know. All thanks to my power of scientific deduction, of course. It's evidence from an old case of yours, right? Not this time. I've never seen it before in my life. It doesn't seem to fit with the other items in the room, either. One thing, it doesn't have a price tag. So why is it here? Alright, that's everything. Well, that's one heck of a desk. I wonder who it belonged to. There are 4 male figures acting as legs holding up the tablecloth in the center. Tabletop in the center. It's hideously cringy. It doesn't even have the good decency to be camp enough to be looped back around. Is it one of your old cases too, Mr. Edgeworth? No, I can't think of anyone related to any of my investigations with such an ostentatiously awful taste. Look at all that money! I don't think there was. Let's look at the money. What's up? Look at the money. How's banknotes just left out for all to see? No tasteless, wouldn't you say? Oh, these are all $100 bills. That's a fortune, right? How many years would it take for you to make that much money, Mr. Edgeworth? Please, Emma. I don't even want to think about it. So, can we take it? What's that giant head thing? It's the head of the great Miss Monkey. I remember the case well. But how'd they even get it up here? Huh, Miss Monkey? That doesn't sound right. Are you sure you didn't get the name wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Or misremember it somehow? No, don't be ridiculous. As if I'd ever make such a mistake. Now, what can we connect? We've seen the items of old evidence marked with price tags along with a huge pile of cash. I think it's pretty clear that somebody has been running an illicit trade in judicial goods. Shady deals on a hidden 54th floor? This is big. It has to be, right? Excuse me, I got the hiccups. I think it might be, but we'll have to investigate a little further yet. We need to find out more about what's going on here. If only there was an eyewitness we could interview. An eyewitness, huh? Not her. The statue is a piece of evidence from an old case of yours, right? Pretty weird looking, I have to say. It's known as the Alfred statue. The what? Alfred statue. It says here that it's called the Leaf Red statue. Leaf Red, Alfred. Alfred, Leaf Red. Oh, what are you muttering about? Oh, nothing. Let's carry on looking around, shall we? Why exactly are you here, Miss Hart? Me? I told you. I'm in it for the truth. For the good of society and for little old me, of course. I'm a photographer for the people. For the people? If you won't tell me the real reason you're here, perhaps I can hazard a guess. Somebody was carrying out an illicit police evidence tracking scheme here in the storeroom. Oh, she's after a juicy story. Makes sense. Well, how did you all figure that out? Guess it means I don't have to tippy-toe around it anymore now. One of my sources told me on the down low about an underground auction. What? So all the items here were sold to the highest bidder. Folks were slinging money around like it was going out of fashion. I come see for myself, of course. Got my eyes on my subject, you know. Should have heard the tales my contact was telling. Taller than 2 trees, or so I thought at first. Yeah, I was about to write it up based on hearsay alone. So yesterday I snuck in, slunk behind this here statue, and settled in to wait. Things started late at night and carried on right through to the break of dawn. So auction murder happened on the same night. Coincidence. Dirty deals in secret storeroom. Talk about a story. Was there anything else on sale apart from the items of evidence in this room? Sure there was. Regular old stuff too. Shady artworks from who knows where. That kind of thing. Well, where is shady artworks regular exactly? The evidence was a big draw for sure. I reckon they were selling them faster than the crooks could smuggle them out of the cop and prosecutor's shops. And I bet you got pictures of the whole thing, right, Mr. Hart? Well, you see, the main event was down below. I had to try and see what I could from up here. I met up here yesterday. I assume you witnessed the entire auction from start to finish, then. It's an underground affair, like I said, so folks wasn't exactly giving much away. All them customers came down one at a time from up the roof there. The master soon they got down the ladder. That ain't all. They had a voice changer doodads on them, too. See? Teeny tiny ones, dinkier than a bug's behind. It's so you couldn't see their real faces and you couldn't hear their real voices. Surreptitious is all heck. I mean, surreptitious, right? I mean, she pronounced it correctly, it's just spelled wrong. I surely do. Sweet surreptitude. That's not a word. Yeah, also not a word. Anywho, once they had their gear on, they went right on downstairs. And then in came the next one. When it came time to leave, they all done the same, but in reverse. Up they came again, one by one. Last back on the hook. Up the ladder and away. Whoa, that's a serious operation. Oh, and how many participants were there? 11 altogether. I counted when they came down the ladder. I just hide behind a stupid statue the whole time, you know. Brandon Fox. We got Library Fox. You didn't. Then where were you? Well, when I first got here, You know what? That ain't important right now. So you're hiding behind the statue from the very beginning? Anywho, I watched all them folks come in from my spying spot there in the shadows. Are the noises off? I feel like the noises are off. Hold on. Nope, I'm hearing it. I just wasn't paying attention. Alright. Anywho, I watched them all them folks come in for this spying shot there in the shadows. I see, so you were watching from behind the statue. They used that there elevator to get down below. Once it was all down there, I stuck up and took me a peek at what was going on. Think the elevator remained in the room beneath? No, they sent it back up. There's a little peeky hole if you know where to look. The elevator don't quite sit flush with the floor, you see? If you bend down and squint right, you can see the whole shebang. Get sight of who was in charge? Alright, sure. I guess I did. You have to go to a store if you don't get a glimpse of the evil ringleader after all. I wonder who this ringleader is. I'll have to ask her some more. You mentioned a ringleader. Can you tell me any more about them? How are we doing time? Oh, we gotta go brush, okay? We go brush real quick. Alright, we go brush, refresh. I was do 2.5 minutes, that should get us to the end. And we'll call it a night after that. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. We have 22 seconds. Bam, bam, ba-da, 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 Fox is back and we got 16 seconds. Ba, ba-da, ba-da, ba. Da, 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 da. Bam, bam, ba-da, bam, bam, ba-da. Alright, we're done. Alright, 15 minutes. Oh, we only got maybe 40 minutes to stream, but it's close enough. Which ringleader can tell me more about them? Ba-da-ba. Y'all should know, I came here to get me an exclusive. And an exclusive ain't much dang good if you done spilled the beans already. I see, so you don't actually know anything about them. I think that's why she won't give us an answer? Makes sense, I guess. Sorry, you got me. Couldn't see if it was a man or a woman, a kid or an old-timer. Nothing. What were they wearing? Could you see that, at least? Sure, white jacket, white gloves, and a magenta flower on the lapel. The three things what I remember. What goes the description of the outfit if I don't get a clue who was wearing it? This ringleader disguises their identity too, just like everybody else. Yeah, sweet, mask, voice changer, the whole 9 yards. they're wearing one of the masks? Which one? Let me see. Oh yeah, this guy. Zervin. I didn't even see that on the wall. So Zervin, what kind of name is that? Seriously, Mr. Edgeworth, you've never heard of Zervin? He's global hero on Yakupon's arch nemesis. Who hasn't heard of Zervin the Time Lord? I think you might be better off asking who has. She didn't get a glimpse of their face at all. No, I danged well didn't. It was kind of scotched in my scoop. This whole mess has been nothing but a snipe hunt. I should never have come. We know of somebody who's dressed like that. Maybe I should try showing that evidence to Miss Hart. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Said that the ringleader was wearing a white jacket, white gloves, and a magenta flower, correct? Sure did. Don't ask me why they was dressed up like a peacock on parade day, but they was. That's not peacock. Is this the outfit you saw? Well, holy smokes, it sure as heck is. My nose running. But wait. So the big cheese is dead? All we know is she's the victim in the case we're investigating. Her name was Rosie Ringer. Do you know her? Nope. So the ringleader's a lady. Why ain't that just slippier? It is slippier! It's slippier than a danged eel. Throwing me off with a man's jacket like that. I think she did it to fool you specifically. But setting that aside for now, what's important is that we've discovered something vital to the case. Namely, the underground auction was chaired by none other than our victim. So somebody down bumped off the boss, huh? That's what was happening. When what was happening? Oh, nothing. Nothing at all. You're just going about your business now. No offense, Miss Hart, but that made you sound about 5 times more suspicious. Suspicious of my foot? I told y'all. It's nothing. And you won't get nothing more out of me than that. Wait. So there is more. How many dang times did I gotta tell you? It ain't nothing, okay? And I ain't saying nothing else either way. Oh, you can tell us just a little more. Pretty please? I'll tell you this, okay? I'm a journalist, a news hound, a scoop hunter, you hear? Exclusive articles go out. Sorry, just dying over here. Exclusive articles go out, money comes in. That's how the game is played. Tell you more? Heck, I've done told y'all too much already. Wait, what if I examine some fingerprints for you? Pro bono. What kind of cockamamie thank you is that? I'd sooner go get a tooth pulled. You want intel, you go dig it up yourselves. Just like I had to. I get my headset to pin my hair down. Okay, I guess she isn't going to talk to either of us. Oh, she will. I'll handle things from here, Emma. There's a certain technique I find useful when dealing with difficult customers such as her. I gotta give up the information voluntarily, but that doesn't mean she can't be persuaded to. How many pieces do you think she got? I think she have 2 pieces. 2 pieces. Let's start by observing her opponent. Oh, she had 3. I almost had 3. I ain't telling y'all nothing, you hear? Now quit wasting my time before I really blow a fuse. That seems she's very quick-tempered. She'll try to cut the conversation dead wherever possible. I don't have much time to think, so I need to be swift and decisive. They're definitely hiding something from me. My first move is to discover what that something is. Talk about this reasonably. I can see you're a little agitated, Miss Hart. Let's just calm down and try to talk reasonably. I am calm down, you. At least as I will be, as soon as y'all quit yanking my dang chain. At no point in the history of arguments or getting angry has telling someone to calm down ever actually calmed them down. That's better. Being a news hound's all about keeping a cool head no matter what the world throws at you, see? Being news hounds, this might interest you. I met one a few days ago. She was a very hungry young reporter indeed. Reporter with a very particular turn of face. Turn of your own, in fact. Oh, yeah? She spoke like me, huh? Guess it could have been someone I know. You realize you have nowhere to turn, don't you? Quit reading right me, will you? This whole thing's a waste of my precious time. Arr. Fit my words more wisely. Oh wow, that's a lot. Alright. Was this one? Alright. Name is Tabby Lloyd. And if I had closed my eyes, I could have believed I was listening to you. Tell me about somebody she called the Chief. She was talking about you, wasn't she? Oh, so I met Tabby, huh? Well, ain't that something? Where'd y'all bump into her? She's a great kid, reckon. Wait. Oh, no, you don't. You ain't getting on my good side bringing her into this, you sneaky snake. Oh, you nearly had me, too. Interesting. Talking about Miss Lloyd seemed to make her lower her guard a little. We'll use that to our advantage. Why don't you tell me everything you know? And don't also dare leave anything out. Jump in the creek. Big bully? Why should I tell you anything? You don't got nothing to do with me. Or me with you, neither. Time to point my clue. I don't have anything to do with you. That's a little unkind, don't you think? After all, I know you're an apprentice. I know her pretty well, in fact. Yeah? Well, guess it does seem kind of cool of me to say that if you know her pretty good. Wouldn't want the poor kid thinking I don't give a rat's behind. Good, then you'll tell us what you know? Fine. See, it's like this. I mean, Scoop. Wait, what am I thinking? Think a lot, you can't get let him bamboozle that easily. Is that about a Scoop? Oh, forget it. They're nothing. Stupid! Time. Not time to talk about. That's it. I'm out of here. Curses. It went fast. Alright, try again. Now let's more into the beach. Probably gotta start over, right? Yeah, we gotta start over. Alright. I got this. Yeah, I'm very slow today. Alright, apprentice. I've got that. I need to tell me everything you know. I'm a creaky big boy. I'll show you anything. I have nothing to do with me, nor maybe you neither. I put my clue. Anything to do with you? That's all unkind, don't you think? Well, I know you're an apprentice. I know her pretty well, in fact. Yeah, well, I wouldn't want the perfect thing to do. Ass behind. Good. You'll tell us what you know? Seems like they get me school. Wait, what am I thinking? Can't let him bamboozle that easy. Is that about a school? Oh, forget it. It's nothing. How embarrassing. A professional journalist making a careless slip of the tongue. You have a scoop, don't you? Now tell me what it is. I almost had it. All I had to do was click on it. Alright, I got me a scoop. A big one. I can't just go blabbing about it to y'all. I got bills to pay. She may be hiding something very important. I have to get out of her somehow. I need to know the details of the scoop. She's quick to anger, but she's also quick to let key information slip. Let me know that. The rest shouldn't be too hard. See what else we can get out of her. Scoop of yours, does it have something to do with the auction? You know what? I clean forgot. Yeah. We tried to infiltrate an underground auction. It only stands to reason you observed something. Otherwise, what would you have to write about? I don't know what to tell you. I didn't hear nothing. You do realize you have nowhere to turn, don't you? Nope, that's bad. Wait a minute, the whole thing's wasting my precious time. See, we lost such a big chunk. Right. You hear the sound of nothing. Does that mean you did hear the sound of something? Something during your time in this room? Well, see, wasn't nothing really. Just a little noise is all. What do you make of page 16? Forget I mentioned it. Something happened during the auction. Something made a noise of some kind. This would be a valuable clue. This would involve something criminal in nature, doesn't it? Meh. Might be it did, might be it didn't. Which is it? This is important. Alright. You don't gotta holler at me like that. I know nothing shameful or nothing. Just snuck in and did some undercover reporting. I'll be judged whether the actions were shameful or not. An unlawful entry into private property is very shameful indeed. In fact, it's a crime. We've already lost. There's no time. Hey, you did the exact same thing, genius. Oh, but I guess you're a prosecutor, huh? You're allowed to do stuff like that. That means the fact that I handed in my badge, shall we? They don't amount to a whole hill of beans, right? There's folks out there that have done way worse. Murder for one. Next to murder, trespassing ain't hardly nothing. Ah, crap. There's no time! It goes so fast. Like, I don't know if the timer's going faster or if, I mean, I know the penalties are bigger. Do we have to start the whole thing over or just this part? Do we have to start the whole thing over? Okay, no, we didn't start that thing over. Okay. Okay, valuable clue. Alright, you go out. I ain't done that shame or nothing. Stuck in. Just where they actually, blah, blah, blah. Last year, that's something to hand in my bag, shall we? Okay, so they don't amount to whole beans, right? There's folks out there who've done a lot worse. Murder for one. Next to murder, trespassing, hardly nothing. From your mutterings about murder just now, I gather that your scoop has something to do with it. A murder homicide. No, I was just talking out of my all hypothetical, like. You know about murder being the big one and all. Ain't nothing worse than murder. Actually, there are some things worse than murder. Not the most skillful evasion I've ever heard in my career. Look, I told you already. I stuck in the auction, I copped to that. A murder? I don't know nothing about no murder. Ain't seen nothing. Ain't heard nothing. Scout's honor. Can't find my clue. But you told me you heard something during the auction. You claimed it wasn't important. Yep. You claimed it wasn't important, but it must have been. Otherwise, why remember it? I'm not going to talk about it on stream, T-Born. I believe that there are things worse than death. Endless torture, worse than death. Well, we'll leave it at that. There's other things too, but we'll leave that to that. Okay? That's why I'm also not a big proponent of the death penalty. I do think it is probably useful, but if it weren't for the having to pay for them to live for a long time, I think because you die, it's over. Your suffering is over. There was something. What was it? Was it on here or was it something I read? Oh, it was a book I was reading. Basically, there was a person that did a lot of bad things. A lot of murder. A lot of, like torture, that sort of thing. And at the very end, the main character, judged them to be guilty because they could see they had some sort of power. I can't remember what exactly it was. But they had the power to see that they had done all these bad things. And so their punishment was that they had to relive every moment of every person they hurt. Everything that they did to someone else was done to them. But it was done in like a magical way so that, like they experienced what happened to one person and then magically they're healthy again and back experience to the next person. Thousands upon thousands of crimes. And then at the very end, the main character deleted her soul. Like, just wiped her soul. Like you're done. Like, no reincarnation, no nothing. You're dead. You're gone forever. After suffering all that. Which I think is a fitting punishment for a mass murderer, etc. It was important, but it must have been. Otherwise, I won't remember it. I think it was something very memorable indeed. In fact, I believe it's the cry of a murder victim. Ack, how do you keep doing that? Alright, it's true. I wound up smack dab in the middle of a murder scene, but only by accident. That's all you're getting out of me. There'll be no scoop left otherwise. Murder Miss Hart witnessed. Must be the same murder we ourselves have been investigating. That's proved to be a very valuable piece of information indeed. I should just finish up by confirming the credibility of her claim. I have her on the back foot now. It's time to finish this. See, by the time I finish reading it, it's already dropped a lot. But yes, Miss Hart, I know there's something you're still not telling me. You have left to tell, dang it. And I spilled my guts already. I have a clue as to how to proceed with this line of questioning. An attack. Alright, let's try the top one. You should describe the murder in detail. It's vitally important. Okay, wish I could help y'all, but I don't recall a whole bunch. Not much I can tell you, sorry. I mean, look at me. Can't even get my facts straight half the time. Oh, cool how to proceed with this line of questioning. The soul gem and before the soul source enchanted pair of boots? I mean, that could work. You said you wound up in the middle of a murder scene. Is that really true? It makes sense. I'm a liar now? How we? Now I'm mad. Real mad. Alright, my time. I'm a journalist. How am I going to tell stories if folks can't trust that I'm telling the truth? I got me a motto, you know? Faster than anybody. Honester than everybody. Motto, huh? That could be an important clue. I should bear it in mind. I just grabbed the murder detail. It's all very important. I wish I could help you all, but I don't. Gotta pull my clue. I can't imagine that being so vague on the facts is of trait valued among journalists. Surely accuracy and honesty are what's necessary when reporting on a story. I think I remember that. It's been a long time, though. We'll see. Seems your so-called information is not so credible after all. Look, there was a murder, and I was there. I can even prove it. Grumble. You can prove it? You can prove it, can you? How? I got it right here. Wait, you heard that? I was just talking to myself. Don't think nothing of it. She's still hiding something. It's a very vital clue. I need to use it to maximum effect. Yeah, Miss Hart, I know there's something you're still not telling me. Ain't nothing left to tell. Dang it. I just spilled my guts already. Put my clue. We got this one first try. I know you've been keeping something from me. And that something is proof. Proof related to the murder you witnessed. Proof sound enough to inform the basis of a story you're hoping to sell. Ah! Dang it all to heck. Give me a break, will ya? I'll come clean, okay? That's what you want, right? Here, I done snapped me a photo. Happy now? You better be. And that's the checkmate. Bloop. Alright, what photo we got? Can't believe I let that happen. Betrayed by my own big mouth. What happened, so it's time to tell us everything. I saw the whole thing. Watched that auction from start to finish. But you didn't just watch it, right? Took pictures, too. Oh, yeah. About that. So like I said, I was spying on the whole thing right from the get-go. Because I was shouting out bids, then somebody wins something. Bam, down comes the hammer. Head on upstairs and pay, shouts the old ringleader. And then the whole thing starts over again. Now, as soon as that happened, I had to think quick. That's when I ran behind their statue and hid. Who was it that eventually appeared? See nothing, but I heard something that made me pretty sure it was whoever placed the winning bid. Gives me sound of cold hard cash. I'm not sure I have any idea what that sounds like. It's paper. Not someone counting bills, perhaps? Yeah, the people said was you settled your bills up here. Heard people jabbering for a little while. Wait, so two people came up on the elevator? You betcha. My guess is the other one was our friend, the ringleader. Anyway, yabber, yabber, yabber. On it goes for a little while, then... Ah, a scream. That shook me up pretty good. So I hunkered down in my hiding place and tried to stay out of sight. Didn't see the moment of the murder? No, but I heard it real good. You didn't try and help whoever was being attacked? You're trying to be funny, girlie. No suit you none. I'm just a dang little journalist on her lonesome. You think I was fixing to jump in and save the day? Dainty? Anyhow, then there was a bunch of rustling sounds. Right about when that was happening, I got to feeling pretty bad about what I'd done. That makes sense, I guess. After all, you didn't... I remember to get out of my camera and snap even a single picture. Scoop like that drops right in my lap and I miss it. Somebody ought to tan my hide. Anyhow, then a little bit more time goes by and there's this kind of clattering noise. And they're thinking, gosh, get the shot this time. So I grab one real quick, one from the shadows in there. You see this photograph? Oh, do I have to? Sigh here. So that's The person in the red raincoat, the one who attacked Kay. Kay's raincoat assailant also attacked the victim here in the storeroom. Proceeded up to the roof where they assaulted Kay. There's only one person in this picture. Where is the victim? Weird, huh? I wonder if it's the same thing. There are two people, but there was only one in the shot I got. I didn't see nobody nowhere else in the room, either. There's that killer, alright. At least I'm pretty sure it is. So are we saying the victim disappeared? How'd you know it was the killer, just by looking? Because they're literally red-handed with blood. How'd that get there, huh? Dogs just carried on after that? Sure did, they just went right all along with like nothing happened. These jokes are greater than a box of frogs. I never understand how they think. Funny, I find journalists struggle to understand as well. I got a statement. Alright, can we put anything together? Alright, it's got the disappearing victim. The storeroom was the actual scene of the crime. Then you'd expect the body to have been up here at some point as well. Well, yeah. Think back to what Miss Hart told us about how the customers left the auction. Do you remember? Of course, they came up from downstairs back to the storeroom and... Oh, exactly. Clearly would have had to hide the body in order to avoid its discovery. Question is, where did they hide it? This plot, the suitcase. Remember the suitcase can hold a body? Would you mind putting your skills to work for me now? I'd love to. Say what you need, and I'll get right on it. Very well. I'd like you to check for blood residue. Luminol test, in other words. Sure thing. Prepare to witness the power of science. I've never seen somebody's eyes so sparkle with anticipation before. Alright, how about we test the ladder over there? First, based on Miss Hart's picture, so the person in the red raincoat was about to climb it and make their escape. There's a high chance of positive result. So just press space. Spray a little luminol on it. If it happens to land on some blood, you'll see it react like this. Stuff is super raw to see it disappear like that. Yeah, wait, that's positive, but it's still faint. Hitting it a couple more times should be enough to really make it stand out. Yeah, that brought it out nicely. And made it feel that much more real. I mean, I think you've got just how to look for bloody traces now, right? I'm sure there's still some more to be found, so why don't you give it a try? Alright? Alright, so they climbed. That's how it's done. Take a good look around and see if you can find some other places to test with the luminol. I'll test this thing. I'll test there? Yep. Spray some luminol on any place suspicious. We got a positive. There's blood here. But how come? Probably because this is where the murder was actually committed, I'd say. Looks like someone dripped through the floor below, too. I'm going to take my pill. I used to take it at 10, but I just had to wait a little bit later. I've been waking up early. There we go. Alright, let's see what else we can find. Can we take the suitcase? Test there? So that's negative. Test there? Spray some luminol on any place suspicious. There's treasure with blood. But how could it have gotten there? Maybe somebody put something with blood on it in there. Okay. I think that's all the blood there is to be found. Alright, then that concludes this phase of our investigation. Alright, let's put it together. Yeah, I'll just put the body in the clothes box. Blood in the clothes box can only mean one thing. That this is where the body was hidden. I'm certain of it. I wonder who won the box in the auction. I haven't the foggiest. Still, it's a very helpful discovery. Guys, hold your horses there. There's no way the body could have been in there. What do you mean? I took a look at that there box when I first got in here. Looked to be just about the perfect size for a little hide-and-go-seek if the need arose. Maybe it would have been. I could have opened it. But it's wrapped in chains locked up tight. I ain't no escape. I don't... Now they're just making up words. And I ain't no Eskimo apologist. Whatever happened just a little after I scooped out, so can't nobody put no body in there. After chains and locked up tight, you say? That's odd. But it doesn't look to be wrapped up in chains any longer. Huh? Well, stop my head and call me silly. Could've swore it was, though. I think we've examined all we can now. Great, time to see what's waiting down below. Shake a leg already, are we, Miles? Okie dokie. Hey, K-Meister. Yes, Mr. Fender? We're out ready to move out, so I want you to just stick with me, okay? Can't have you getting lost. Of course. I'll be sure to stay close. When those two start getting along so well? Down we go. We're about to make a big stir. Maybe. Whoa. Mr. Edgeworth. This room. This is the auction room? No, this is the committee chamber. Yeah, whatever. Way to drop right in my lap, Kay Faraday. You got real guts, I'll give you that. Arrest her, men. Arrest her right now. Wait, but she's... That's arrested, Riffraff. Throw them out into the streets where they belong. Can't do this. This is going way overboard. Yeah, what she said. Miles, this isn't looking good. I gotta say. See how the blind light of justice shines on me? Yeah. Go whip! Yowie! Oh, what did I do? You'll have to forgive me. I meant to hit a certain cowardly ex-prosecutor. You weren't aiming for him. You're aiming straight at me. No, something keeps getting in my way. Something... Yeah! Right there. Franziska. So, what are you doing here, Mr. Ex-Prosecutor? I still believe Kay to be innocent. And we're supposed to be care of what you believe? You no longer have the right to an opinion. I am Franziska von Karma, and I have no intention of stopping here or now. But you chose to stop by giving up your badge, and so our game has already come to an end. The badge is an obstacle to proceeding along the road I've chosen. I haven't stopped. I've simply cleared the way ahead. And now I'm free to follow that road, all the way to the truth. So don't you think for a second that my conviction has changed? I'm every bit as dedicated as I ever was. You seem to think you know what lies at the end of this road to the truth. In that case, I demand that you show me. I'll explain my current theory first, and if your road fails to lead anywhere, my whip will happily guide it. Okay, we're gonna give it a try if we have time. Victim used a keycard and entered this chamber with her killer. She was then stabbed with the candelabrum by the culprit and subsequently died as a result. The identity of the murderer, thanks to the letter she exchanged with the victim, and we know the location of the murder is here in this committee's trial chamber. The blood on the floor of this room proves my theory. Game, set, match, Miles Edgeworth, QED. She's pretty confident, huh? Heck, she doesn't lack the courage of her convictions, that's for certain. Like I say, I can dig that vibe. I can even give her a no hard fee. So that's eek. I'm not going to make it, Treeborn. It's too far. We've only got 11 minutes. Pathetic. Well, Miles Edgeworth, do you think you can bring my case crashing down around my ears? If you really have found the road to the truth, perhaps you'd be so kind as to point me toward it. We could probably get through this testimony, and then we'll probably have to call it there. I'd be very happy to. Settle in, Francisco. I'm about to pave that road with incontrovertible evidence. The victim used her keycard to enter this chamber with the killer.
Hold it!
And ensure that data from the security system is accurate. That data is just like me, perfect in every way. There's no room for doubt on either front. Well, your theory is far from perfect. Suppose I'm not going to change your mind on this so easily, am I? Correct. That said, the victim entered the room with her killer. She was stabbed with a candelabrum. What evidence do we have? Okay, what do we have? Yeah, the candelabrum by the culprit and subsequently died as a result.
Hold it!
And the stab wounds she sustained are a perfect match for the candelabrum in question. 3 wounds inflicted by metallic spikes of some kind in 3 places simultaneously. Even you have to agree that there aren't many objects that could do that. I mean, you got pitchforks, or I guess tridents. Furthermore, Grandma Hertz confirmed the murder weapon in her report. Then there's absolutely no doubt in your mind that it was a candelabrum. None whatsoever. And as for the culprit, we know the identity of the murderer thanks to the letter she exchanged with the victim.
Hold it!
Have you managed to prove conclusively that the letter found on the victim was sent by Kay? I was aware that there was any doubt on that front. Are you suggesting it was a forgery? Well, if there was any doubt, there isn't any longer. Document analysis turned up nothing. I suggest the involvement of anyone other than the sender and the recipient, or of any forgery. Are you saying they found Kay's prints? No, only the victims. Well then, how can you say for sure that Kay did the deed? Haven't you been listening? Document analysis found nothing to suggest that the letter was a forgery. His letter was sent by Kay Faraday. The fact that more than adequate proves the identity of the murderer. We know the location of the murder is here in the committee's trial chamber.
Hold it!
You can prove that the murder happened here in the committee chamber, I suppose? Von Karma is perfect in every way. But you forget that when you hand in your badge. Blood on the floor of this room proves my theory. Game, set, and match, Miles Edgeworth. QED.
Hold it!
Has the blood been analyzed to see who it belongs to? It has, and unsurprisingly, it's confirmed to be that of the victim. Has it occurred to you that where it was found may not be where the murder in fact took place? How could you forget, Miles Edgeworth? Evidence is everything in the courtroom. So please, present your proof that the murder occurred elsewhere. Or kindly stand down. Prove the murder occurred elsewhere, huh? In the courtroom. Doesn't mean I can't give her the evidence she so clearly desires. It's a pretty watertight argument, huh? Perhaps, but she doesn't know what we know. You're right. We've got a certain scientific discovery perceives. That discovery will show her to the road I've found to the truth. Alright.
Objection!
This one completely counted. What? Oh, did I do it in the wrong place? Why don't you ever take a crack at answering your own question before you asking others? Because in this case, my answer is simply no. Arrgh, that teaches me not to question myself. Oh, what did you do to upset Frank, big guy? Next time try to land a swift kick on her before Switch lands on you. Ah, yow! That's your chatter. I don't have time for this. 7 minutes is all I can spare for you. Gotta get this over with before she whipped Finner unconscious. Blood on the... Alright.
Objection!
I still think this would have worked. Should have worked in either place. If I remember correctly, the blood discovered in this room was located at the foot of the Goddess of Justice statue. Murder under the gaze of the divine. A brazen act, even for a cold-blooded killer. Except, that may not be true at all. Take a look at this, if you would. It's a bloodstain we discovered in the storeroom, directly above the committee chamber. As you can see, the blood was found looks to have dripped through the roof to the room below. Where the elevator dripped down from descends directly to the foot of the statue. Ah, you notice. Then you will agree that the murder cannot in fact have happened in this room. Put it to you that the victim was killed in the room above. And only afterward was she moved down here. The gods just did not witness the murder. She witnessed a killer trying to cover their tracks. Why is she smiling? Sorry, I was just thinking back to a very similar situation. Well done, Miles Edgeworth. You've proven yourself to be even more foolish than I thought. You struck as anything but fool, sir, and you know it. Youch! Have you forgotten the picture you just showed me? Or are you really that airheaded? Even a cursory glance shows that there was far more blood here in the committee chamber than upstairs. Ouch, Whipton ignored again. Should I get some love too? You're trying to tell me that all that blood dripped down from above? Miles Edgeworth? If it had, your storeroom stand would have to need to be 10 times as big. I say the murder happened down here. There's no way it could have happened anywhere else. Yeah, and it's insightful as ever, Francisca, but you played right into my hands. How so? You're correct, there is far less blood upstairs than one would expect. The question is, why? Baffling detail in the face of my previous explanation. Alas, your explanation doesn't account for why there was blood in the storeroom in the first place. You don't think some spatter managed to shoot itself all the way up there, do you? Oh, like some crazy fountain of blood? No way. No way indeed. It's completely impossible. How about this? What if this makes a difference in the amounts of blood observed? More blood in the committee chamber than the storeroom above because... the weapon was moved here. The victim died of 3 stab wounds. Wounds that would have bled profusely. Exactly. That's proven by the amount of blood we found in the floor in this room. That doesn't make any sense. Not if she was stabbed in the storeroom. You said there wasn't much blood up there already. Eek! Silence, you half-baked, harebrained rookie. Hey, harebrained is little... Ah! A stab wound bleeds heaviest at one particular point in time. Oh, I know. When the weapon is removed, right? Precisely. I believe the body was brought down to the committee chamber with the counterarm still in its chest. And then when it was finally removed, it created the difference in the amount of blood we see between the 2 locations. Why, what was the killer trying to do? I imagine they were trying to give the impression that the murder happened down here. As you know, Miss Finger's key card was used late last night. Judging by the time listed in the record, I'd hazard to guess it was used by the killer. And they entered the room to create the elaborate setup. Why would they have needed to do all this in the first place? That's because a person with a face to hide would fear the storeroom being found in the investigation. If they're in fact involved in the underground auction, they couldn't afford to have their dirty secret exposed. Underground auction? You should take a look at the storeroom for yourself. Items up there tell quite a story. One that should more than explain what was going on here last night. It's almost endearing, Miles Edgeworth. How desperately you want to protect your friend. There's something just beneath the surface of this case, something bigger than all of us. And Kay's only crime was to have the bad fortune to fall right in the middle of it. That's quite the hyperbolic claim, Miles Edgeworth. Hyperbolic? Me? Surely you're the one making a mountain out of a perfectly reasonable molehill. You're working with Interpol in the international cases, so why are you investigating a domestic murder? I'll tell you why. Because this case has something to do with the smuggling ring you've been chasing. You followed the trail of items being smuggled by the ring and wound up here. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me that something I sense isn't related to any of this. I'm very happy to learn that you're giving up on your badge and completely relieve your senses. Scruffy here told me about the circumstances that led up to that, by the way. So sorry, sir. I just thought it might help, you know? You did the right thing, detective. So am I right, Francisca? Is this incident part of the broader case you're working? Was underground auction already on Interpol's radar? Would you like to know? But you don't need to, and so you won't. Then you knew, didn't you? That the auction was being held here in this chamber. Hey y'all, mind if I butt in for a sec? Alright, we're gonna stop there. This is not a good place to stop. We did our best to make it as far as we could. From what Treeborn said, we made it pretty far. Since Monday will be a longer stream, maybe we'll finish this one up and even start a second one. Or the last one. Ow. Alright, so that's it for this game tonight. Let's, alright, let me save. We just saved. So we're good. Alright, we go Big Fox. Alright, thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you all have a good night and a great day tomorrow. No stream tomorrow, as usual. We'll be back on Friday with more Akbam. Final Fantasy. There is a note. I do have an appointment. I do have an eye appointment. If they dilate my eyes, I may have some issues with stream. What I probably will end up doing, if that's the case, I will probably just wear sunglasses, which will affect my eye tracking. So I will probably pick a model that has no eyes. or the eyes are not visible, like the cyber fox. So I'm not blind. But I do have light-colored eyes, and my understanding is light-colored eyes tend to retain the dilation drugs longer. So anyway, that's it for me. So good night, everyone. Sleep well, have good dreams. I'm just gonna close down. No raid tonight. Oh, I got the hiccups. So good night, everyone. Fox out. Night night.